including motorized rickshaws and cabin body scooters used for private purpose. If they are used for private purpose, they should be rated under private car only. So three-wheelers like rickshaws, if they are used for commercial purpose, passenger carrying vehicle you should use. But if they are used for private purpose, you should charge them under private car only. So these vehicles with less than 750 cc, you can give 50% of the discount on OD premium. 50% discount on OD premium, but not less than two-wheeler premium with the same cc. There is one rider they have given. So these three-wheelers, including motorized rickshaws and cabin body scooters for private purpose, you should charge under private car only. First point. Second point, the vehicles up to 750 cc, you can give 50% discount, but they have given a rider that it should not be less than the premium for two-wheeler with the same cc. So that should be the minimum premium. Trailers attached to private cars should be specifically declared by its registration number or identification number and covered in the same policy. Trailers, there are three different treatments. One is trailers used with private cars, trailers used with commercial vehicles, trailers used with miscellaneous types of vehicles, right? We will see one by one. Trailers used with private cars are necessarily should be covered in the same policy only. You cannot take a separate policy for the trailers which are used by towed by private cars, right? So it is very clearly mentioned, you should cover it in the same policy. Okay. Private car rallies. What do you understand by rallies? Rally is different from race. Race is confined to a particular campus or ground where the vehicles running with very high speeds on grounds. It is not having public access. But rally normally done on public roads with specific destinations and specific conditions. That is called rally. For rallies, there is no separate policy in motor, but the private cars which are participating in the rally should have a normal policy first. Maybe a package policy, maybe a liability policy. That is a normal policy. Under these normal policies, they should get endorsed for the rallies in which the particular car is participating. So rallies conducted by recognized automobile associations only can be covered. That is one important thing. So rallies, all the rallies you cannot cover under motor policy. Rallies conducted by recognized automobile associations only can be covered by way of endorsement on the regular policy. So I told you there is no separate policy for rally. The car should have a regular policy like package or liability, and thereby in endorsement you can cover the rally, right? On day basis. Rally normally conducted for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, like that. The rallies are conducted, right? The premium is given like this. For package policies, first day is 60 rupees and 30 rupees for additional days. For liability policies, 25 for the first day and 15 for additional days, right? So premium is very less, but you should have the endorsement. Otherwise, if the car damaged during a rally, is not covered by our policy. If the rally endorsement is there, the damages sustained during the rally, the OD excess will be 5,000 rupees. It is not 5,000 rupees extra. It is totally with regular excess, it becomes 5,000. That means normal excess is maybe 1,000 or 2,000, depending on the CC. That will be made to 5,000. That's all. Here there is no discrimination for CC. Total amount of excess will be 5,000 rupees. The extension does not cover the driver and or the passengers carried in the vehicle or the promoters of the event. When the vehicle is on normal public road under regular cover, the driver is covered, passengers also are covered, right? But here there is no cover for driver, passenger or promoters of the event. The extension does not apply to speed test, dexterity trials, hill climbs, and motor racing, whether organized separately or included in the course of a rally. So rally is, I told you, the rally is different from race. So this extension does not cover the speed test or races, right? But again, the racing coverage is a tariff provision. Normally, we are not giving the race cover, but tariff provides for that. Rally extensions may be further extended to include motor racing, speed test, dexterity trials, hill climbs, and or motor racing, whether organized separately or included in the course of a rally, by charging a loading of 300% on both own damage and liability only premiums on short period rates. Just understand, for rallies, it is on day basis, right? 60 rupees and 30 rupees. For rallies, they should charge, suppose they are conducted for 7 days, you should take 7 days short period premium for the entire car and load it by that 300%. That will be the racing cover for that particular car. Again, regular policy is there. You can cover it by in endorsement. Only endorsement, right? So 300% on one damage and liability portions on short period rates, right? But the extension, but with the exclusion of any cover in respect of either owner driver or passengers, just like in the rally, driver, owner driver or passengers are not covered. So rally, you should remember, rally is different from race. Rally coverage day wise and excess will be 5,000. For races, 300% loading on short period scales. Now come to two-wheeler. The same basis, there is no change. Only the premium changes. For first day package 3520 and liability it is 15 and 10. Excess there it is 5,000. Here it is 2,500. Right? All other conditions are as per private car rally cover. Once they have asked how many discounts are available in private car policy. Again, I am telling you, this is tariff provisions only we are covering. Nowadays, we are giving so many discounts, like D-tariff discount and all. But at examination point of view, only there are 5 discounts available for a private car. Discount for voluntary excess, no claim bonus, automobile association discount, discount for vintage car, discount for anti-theft devices. Right? These are the only 5 discounts available in a private car. Accidents to sailors, soldiers, airmen employed as drivers by defense officials in their private capacity. In defense forces, the subordinate soldiers are requested to drive the vehicles of their higher officials. Legally, they are not their paid drivers. They are getting their salary from government. So their boss is not paying the salary. So they cannot be categorized paid drivers. So suppose something happens to them, they will not be covered as paid drivers or owners or anything. So if somebody is driving their higher officials' vehicles in defense forces, they can be covered by paying additional premium of 100 rupees, provided the drivers hold effective driving license. That is goes without saying, right? So they should have a driving license, and the person can be covered by paying 100 rupees additional premium. The additional premium 100 is flat premium chargeable for a period of insurance not exceed 12 months. So it is for the entire policy period, 12 months. It is not for individual person or for temporary basis. 100 rupees is payable for one person, which is applicable for the entire year. You should understand the legal implications on this. Then only you can remember this. Since they are employed by their bosses, they cannot be covered as paid drivers. That is why this special provision is given in the tariff. Articulated vehicle. What do you understand by articulated vehicle? Articulated vehicle means a towing vehicle to which the trailer is attached in such a manner that part of the trailer is superimposed on and part of the weight of the trailer is borne by the towing vehicle, the towing vehicle and the trailer being registered as one unit. Articulated vehicle means the chassis of the trailer is superimposed on the chassis of the towing vehicle. That means the towing vehicle bears a part of the weight of the trailer. So this is called articulated vehicle. Here, the trailer cannot be attached to some other vehicle because it is specially made to be attached to this particular type of vehicle. So this type of articulated vehicles, because it is coming at a private car, it should be taken as a single unit. We cannot take it as a towing vehicle and trailer. It should be taken as a single unit. Articulated vehicles are to be rated under the appropriate class of tariff based on the actual use of the vehicle. So articulated vehicle, if it is used as a private car, you should rate it as a private car. If it is used as a commercial vehicle, you should rate it as a commercial vehicle. But you should understand what is an articulated vehicle is. And other point is articulated vehicles are considered as a single unit. Now come to two-wheelers. If two-wheeler is used with a sidecar, then 25% discount may be allowed on non-damage premium. What is a sidecar? You might have seen in movies, and you might have seen in roads also. A two-wheeler is attached with a small cabin-like structure where the pillion rider or some other person can sit. So that is called a sidecar. Why we are giving a discount? When a sidecar is attached to a two-wheeler, it is having more stability, so it will not fall down. So we are giving a discount because of the reduced risk factor. A three-wheeler designed for operation by physically handicapped persons should be rated as two-wheeler with a sidecar. A three-wheeler specially designed in such a way that it can be operated by a physically handicapped person, it should be rated as a two-wheeler with sidecar only, not as a three-wheeler. Again, discounts available for two-wheelers, again 5, just like private car, number is 5. The first 4 are same as private car. The 5th one, the discount for vintage car is here replaced by discount for a sidecar. So 5 discounts are available in tariff for private car as well as two-wheelers. Now come to trailers. Trailers is having a separate section under tariff. Any truck, cart, carriage or other vehicle, including agricultural implements, without means of self-propulsion, drawn or hauled by any self-propelled vehicle is referred to as trailer for the purpose of this tariff. So what you understand by trailer? It should be a truck, cart or any other carriage. It should not have a self-propulsion. It cannot move on its own. It should be hauled by another vehicle. So that is known as trailer for the purpose of this motor tariff. Policies covering the towing vehicles may be extended to include trailers, or a separate policy may be issued to cover trailers. In private cars, it should be covered in the same policy only. But when there is a trailer having a separate registration, it can be covered under trailers under commercial section, right? So it can be either insured with the same vehicle, which it is calling, and or otherwise you can take a separate policy for the trailer. Rates prescribed for trailers under tariff for miscellaneous and special types of vehicle class D are in respect of trailers attached to special types of vehicles only. In class D also, you have a separate premium for trailers, mentioned for trailers, but that trailers are hauled by special types of vehicle coming under class D only. For example, agricultural tractor and trailer. Agricultural tractor is a special types of vehicle coming under class D. So if a trailer is drawn by an agriculture tractor, should be covered by the trailers given in Class D, not under this section. So Class D vehicles, if drawing the trailers, they cannot bring the trailers to this section. So this section covers the trailers not used by private cars and not used by Class D vehicles. You have to go by exclusion. So these two trailers are excluded. Remaining trailers can be covered by this trailer section, which says either it should be insured with the commercial vehicle tariff in the same policy or a separate policy. Claim either made on the trailer or on the hauling vehicle will affect the NCB of the entire policy. Once they have asked this question, a tractor hauling a trailer, only the trailer hit a person or trailer hit a vehicle and sustained damages. So trailer is only claimed, but the NCB should be reduced for both the vehicles. So it is common for, NCB is common for both the vehicles. No concession for vehicles laid up. As actually we have already seen, vehicles laid up is not available for D, E, F, G. The same way, trailers also it is not applicable. Okay. Now come to commercial vehicles. Vehicles designed as commercial vehicles and used for commercial and private purpose. The private purpose means excluding use for hire or reward. Right? So if such vehicles, you should understand that how we can use that, how we will come to know that vehicles are used for commercial and private purpose. Everything you go with the RC and permit, right? Somewhere it will be mentioned in the either in the RC or the permit. You have to check RC and permit, then only you will come to know these facts. So if the vehicle is registered as commercial vehicle, but it can be used for private purpose also, then the appropriate rate under the commercial vehicle tariff is to be charged with a loading of 25%. Policy form for commercial vehicles with endorsement 34 to be used. So appropriate loading is 25% on the OD premium. If the vehicle, commercial vehicle, registered as commercial vehicle but used for private purpose also. Right. Public passenger service vehicles, carriage of goods in addition to passengers. In some areas, the passenger carrying vehicles like buses are allowed to carry some goods also. For example, in Tamil Nadu, from villages, the first trip when the vehicles are starting from villages, the agriculturists are allowed to carry their vegetables to the market in government buses, right? So if such goods are carried in public passenger vehicles, some space is created by removing some of the seats in the bus for carrying the goods, right? It is a normal passenger carrying vehicle, but sometimes it is allowed to take goods carrying goods also. Okay. The tariff allows the carriage of goods provided if the goods carrying space so created does not reduce the normal licensed seating capacity by more than 20%. Suppose 60 seats are there in a bus, 20% is 12 seats. So 12 seats can be removed to accommodate the goods carried, not more than that. If it is so, then it is covered under regular passenger carrying policy itself. If the limit 20% is exceeded, the case is to be referred to TAC for special rating. Now, there is no TAC, so we have to refer it to IRDA. Only those vehicles which are used on regular bus routes and never used solely for the carriage of goods may be rated in accordance with the above provision. This provision is applicable for regular route buses plying with permits on regular routes. If they carry goods, then only this provision is used. 20% of the seats can be removed then regular policy itself covers the bus. If more than 20% is required, it should be referred. This provision is applicable only for regular route buses plying on regular routes. Okay. It is clearly mentioned in the passenger carrying vehicle policy that if the number of persons carried at the time of accident exceeds the licensed carrying capacity of the vehicle, then the underinsurance provision is applicable for all the claims made by the bus, either TP or OD. In the event of accident occurring whilst the motor vehicle is carrying more than the number of persons mentioned in the schedule here too, as being licensed carrying capacity of the vehicle, in addition to the conductor, if any, then the insured shall repay the insurer rateable proportion of the total amount which would be payable by the insurer by reason of this endorsement, if not more than the said number of persons were carried in the motor vehicle. Just under insurance provision. If they carry more, proportionate, the losses will be proportionately shared by the insured. And another provision is given in the tariff, provided that computing the number of persons for the purpose of this endorsement, any 3 children not exceeding 15 years of age will be reckoned as 2 persons, 2 adult persons. Suppose in a bus, some adults are there, some children are there, then how to arrive at the actual number of persons carried in that bus? You have to consider 3 children less than 15 years of age will be considered as 2 adult persons, and any children in arms not exceeding 3 years of age will be disregarded. They are ignored. Other children less than 3 years carried by the parents, it is ignored. So these provisions you just remember while calculating the underinsurance applicable on passenger vehicle policies. We have already seen paid driver, conductor, cleaner, IMT 28 it is applicable. You have to pay 50 rupees. Why we have to pay 50 rupees? To bring him under regular Motor Vehicles Act. Otherwise, these paid persons are covered by WC Act, right? Persons engaged in operation of the vehicle, loading or unloading, like coolies. This also you can cover. So IMT 39 rupees per, again 50 rupees per person. Non-fare paying passengers, IMT 38, IMT 37, other than workman compensation. Goods vehicle, it is 75 rupees per person. Passenger carrying vehicles, it is 100 rupees per person. To cover the non-fare paying passengers under the Motor Vehicles Act, right? If he is coming under WC Act, IMT 38 should be used. If he is not coming under WC Act, then IMT 37 should be used. But both of them should be covered by paying 100 rupees per passenger. Employees of the insured other than paid driver, conductor or cleaner. In the morning, I have told you the example. Either employees are traveling in a pool car or employees are traveling in a car or bus registered in the name of the employer, or employees are traveling registered in company's name exclusively used by DM or BM. So employees traveling in the car or any vehicle registered in the name of the employer without paying anything, right? So they are coming under IMT 29. Earlier it was 50 rupees per passenger should be covered. Now it is free. So now IMT 29 is free of cover. So it is automatically included. You need not pay anything for this, covering these employees traveling in the vehicles owned by the employer. IMT 23 add-on cover. Please listen carefully because many people are having many doubts over this. First, we will see what is IMT 21. IMT 21 is imposed on all commercial vehicles, excluding taxis and motorized two-wheelers carrying passengers for hire or reward. First, you should know what is a taxi. Taxi means the motor cab which can carry a maximum of 6 passengers, excluding driver, up to 6 passengers. But we are making mistakes when we see the RC of a vehicle. It should seating capacity mentioned as 7. 7 means it is including driver. Without driver, the vehicle cannot move. So you should take the passenger as 6 only. If the seating capacity is 8, then the passenger capacity is 7. It is not a motor cab or taxi. It is coming under maxi cab. Right? So this IMT 21 is applicable for all commercial vehicles, goods carrying, passenger carrying, anything, excluding taxi. Taxi means, I told you, up to 6 passengers, and two-wheelers carrying passengers for hire reward. Right? So these 2 categories are excluded. For all other commercial vehicles, 21 is imposed. 21 has 2 parts, A and B. A says special exclusions. Except in case of a total loss of the vehicle of the insured, that means all partial losses, the insurer shall not be liable under section 1 of the policy for the loss of or damage to the lamps, tires, tubes, mudguards, bonnet, side pass, bumpers, and paintwork. So these things are not covered by OD section for any claim in a commercial vehicle policy. Damage to lamps, tires, tubes, mudguards, bonnet, side pass, bumpers, and paintwork is not covered. So this is part A. Part B is compulsory deductible. We have already seen. It is, what is the compulsory deductible? It is 2,500 rupees. Depending on the seating capacity or carrying capacity of the goods vehicle, it is 500, 1,000 or 1,500, right? So there are 2 parts in IMT 21. First, you should understand IMT 21 is imposed on all commercial vehicles, excluding taxis and commercial two-wheelers, right? It has 2 parts. Part A, special exclusion, says which are all not payable under commercial vehicle policy, IMT 21 policy. Part B says compulsory deductible, right? But the insured is allowed to pay for additional premium for IMT 20, including IMT 23. By paying additional premium and including IMT 23, the special exclusion under IMT 21A is removed. That is, special exclusions is removed. Compulsory deductible cannot be removed. So IMT 21 will be there. It has 2 parts. By paying additional premium and incorporating IMT 23, the section A is removed. That means they are payable. But the IMT 23 fixes a condition to what extent it is payable. IMT 23, the wording is given: cover for lamps, tires, tube, mudguards, bonnet, side parts, bumper, headlights, and paintwork. Paintwork of damaged portion only. It will not be full. Damaged portion paintwork can be covered for all commercial vehicles. Again, excluding that taxis and commercial two-wheelers. In consideration of payment of additional premium, what is additional premium payable for this? It is 15% of the OD premium. If you pay 15% of the OD premium, IMT 23 is incorporated, right? So by paying additional premium, IMT 23 is incorporated, which slightly modifies the provisions of the IMT 21. Okay. So IMT 23 says, understood the agreed subject to conditions A, B, C hereunder, loss or damage, excluding theft under any circumstances, to lamps, tires, tubes, mudguards, bonnet, side parts, bumpers and headlights, paintwork of damaged portion only is covered, provided the vehicle is also damaged at the same time. You should understand the first point. Suppose only headlight is broken, no other part is broken. Whether it is payable? No. Suppose only bumper is damaged, all other parts are intact, nothing is payable. Bumper and headlights are damaged, all other parts are intact, no, nothing is payable. So apart from these given parts, some other damage is there, then only IMT 23 is come into picture. Otherwise, nothing is payable. Right? Okay, that is first point. These parts are damaged not in alone, but along with the some other parts of the vehicle. Right. Second condition, second point you should understand, depreciation as per schedule. First, even for these given parts like bumper, headlamps, bonnet parts and all, you should apply the depreciation as per GR, whether it is a metal part or plastic part or wooden part. Based on that, you should allow the depreciation first. If it is a plastic part, 50%. If it is a metal part, depending on the age, 5, 10, 15, 25, like that. Okay. So you should apply the depreciation on these parts. First, you should understand these parts alone is not payable. The vehicle is also damaged and these parts also not are damaged. Then only this comes into picture. Okay. Now vehicle is damaged and these parts also damaged. Now we have to pay the claim. So IMT 23 operates now. But IMT 23 says you should apply the depreciation first as per schedule given in the policy, like 5 to 50%. After that, in addition to any amount which insured may be required to bear under para above, A above. Suppose under A above, you have arrived at an amount which the insured has to bear. 5% or 10% or 50%, like that. Apart from the bearing of the insured as mentioned in the above paragraph A, the insured shall also bear 50% of the assessed loss in respect of each and every claim under this endorsement. What is payable under this endorsement? First, the insured should bear the depreciation, and after deducting the depreciation, what is available, in that also 50% he has to bear. I will give you an example, then you can understand. C says, it is also understood that no deductible other than those mentioned in A and B above shall be applicable in respect of a claim which become payable under this endorsement. Right? So there is no special deductible for this. Regular policy excess only. So no other deductible is applicable for this endorsement. Now come to an example. Metal bumper damaged. Okay. In a commercial vehicle. Replacement cost is 10,000 rupees. Age of the vehicle is more than 3 years, less than 4 years. So depreciation percentage is 25. Apply depreciation percentage first. So reduce 2,500 and arrive at 7,500. So part A is applied. Part A says you apply the depreciation as per schedule. Right? So now payable is 7,500. Now come to section B. Section B says you have to deduct 50%. The insured has to bear 50% of the balance. So 50% reduce as per IMT 23. So reduce 3,550, sorry, 3,750, and hence payable amount for the bumper is 3,750 only, even after paying the premium on IMT 23. I hope you understand. Right? So in this example, 10,000 rupees is the metal bumper replacement cost. So depreciation percentage as per schedule is 25%. So reduce 2,500, payable 7,500. When section B come into force, it says 50% should be deducted. So 3,750 again should be deducted. Only 3,750 is payable. Right. Take the same case of bumper, but it is a plastic bumper. right? Same 10,000 rupees. What will we be doing? So 50% should be deducted as per schedule. So from 10,000, deduct 50%, till made, it will come to 5,000. After 5,000, again the insured has to bear 50%. So 2,500 has gone. So he will get only 2,500 in case of a plastic bumper valued at 10,000 rupees, right? So this is the IMT 23 provision. Please understand very clearly. That's why I have given an example. Many people are doing very wrongly by not applying the actual depreciation first. Only they are deducting 50%. It is not correct, right? Suppose after this tariff, so many add-on covers have come, nil depreciation has come. What is the position with the nil depreciation? A person has taken a commercial vehicle policy with IMT 23 and also with nil depreciation extension, add-on cover. Then what we will pay? Actually, the depreciation cover, part A, right? Part A is removed because the depreciation cover as per schedule is deducted as per part A. Part B remains the same. Part B is nothing to do with depreciation. It is a policy condition that insured should bear 50% of this. So in that case also, IMT 23 with nil depreciation add-on cover also, the insured has to bear 50% even with IMT 23. This is the logical, reasonable conclusion. But Union of India has issued a circular stating that if a person has paid for IMT 23 and nil depreciation, then full amount is payable. This defies logic, defies reasoning. Because nil depreciation removes only depreciation part, not the policy condition part. Part B is policy condition. Whatever may be the amount, you have to bear 50%. That is part B. But by that circular, they have removed part B also. But this is only for your information. You don't confuse with the tariff provision. You just forget nil depreciation because nil depreciation only add-on. So they will not ask about add-ons because add-ons are different for different companies. Forget that. So hope you have understood the IMT 23. Okay. Next one. Vehicles driven by the hirer. You have seen the cars taken on hire, driven by the hirer. So many companies are there. In Karnataka, they are legally allowed. In Tamil Nadu also now it is coming, where the person taking the car on hire, he himself is driving, or he is employing his own driver, not the driver of the car company. Here, again, some legal implications are there. When a hirer is taking a policy on hire, he himself is driving. The hirer cannot be classified either as a owner or a paid driver. How he can classify it? He is only hirer, right? So to cover such type of hirers, this endorsement should be used, right? Again, another legal point is there. Suppose the person taken on hire, he is taking the car and selling it to somebody else, or taking some of the parts and leaving the car. Whether it can be covered as a theft or burglary? No. Why? Theft or burglary is happening without the consent of the owner. Okay. Either without the knowledge of the owner or without the consent of the owner. Somebody is breaking your house and taking away the car, right? But in this case, there is a legal agreement between the owner and the hirer. So the owner himself is consenting for hiring the car to a third person. There is a clear-cut legal agreement is there. So when the person is taking on hire and selling the car, this cannot be termed as a theft or burglary. Our policy is very clear. Only theft and burglary is covered. So theft or burglary, this type of risk cannot be covered as a theft or burglary. So naturally, there should be some cover for this. So this cover is called as conversion risk, theft or conversion risk. He is taking the vehicle or he is taking the car and selling the part of the car, right? So you should pay 1.5% on IDV. Such cars, the car company or car owner should pay 1.5% extra on IDV, so that this theft or conversion risks are also covered by our motor policy, right? IMT 35 for allowing the hirer to drive the vehicle. As I said, he is not a owner, he is not a paid driver, but he is only a hirer. So by putting IMT 35, he is also covered. IMT 36 for providing indemnity to the hirer for his negligence. The hirer is making some negligence and making with the accident, the car should be compensated. Of course, IMT 36 is doing that. Right. Next one, vehicles carrying hazardous goods. The vehicles carrying hazardous goods should be driven by a person having a valid driving license for that class of vehicle, plus the driving license should be endorsed for carrying hazardous goods. How that endorsement can be taken? Vehicle carry first of all, before that, the vehicle condition is there. Some conditions are for the vehicles also. The vehicles carrying hazardous goods should be fitted with a spark arrestor. What do you understand with spark arrestor? Where it is fitted? The spark arrestor is fitted to the exhaust pipe of the vehicle, because sometimes sparks will be coming from the exhaust pipe. So that may not, that spark can create a fire in the vehicle because it is carrying hazardous goods, right? So that vehicle should be fitted with a spark arrestor. That is compulsory, mandatory. By taking this endorsement, the responsibility of the consignor, owner and driver are fixed. What the owner should do, what the driver should do, everything is clearly mentioned in this endorsement. The driver should be having hazardous goods endorsement in his license after undergoing 3-day course given by any training institute recognized by state government. How this endorsement can be taken by a driver? He should undergo a 3-day course conducted by some institutes of the state government. Then he should be able to read and write any one Indian language. These are two conditions. I don't know why this condition is there. Without able to read or write one Indian language, he cannot take driving license at all, right? But this condition is there, you just remember. So 3 days course he should undergo. He should be knowing to read or write at least one Indian language. Then only he can get hazardous goods endorsement. From vehicle part, the vehicle should be fitted with a spark arrestor. Now come to class D. The vehicles which are mentioned in the tariff, some 58 types of vehicles. After that, many vehicles have come, right? We should know which are the vehicles coming under this class D, different types of vehicles. By heart, you are knowing all these things are very difficult. Just go through this list, but other provisions you should know. In case of goods vehicles, all cases other than what is given, agriculture, forestry vehicles, mobile. Sir, you should understand, in commercial vehicles, either passenger carrying or goods carrying, they are driven for hire or reward. Commercial vehicle means it is driven for hire or reward. But in class D, the vehicles driven for hire or reward also there. Vehicles used for their own purpose is also there. So to give a clear-cut bifurcation, this tariff says agriculture and forestry vehicles mobile shops, canteens, cinema, film recording and publicity vans, delivery trucks, pedestrian control trolleys, goods carrying tractors, vehicles used for driving tuition, and fire brigade and salvage cars. Other than these vehicles, balance other vehicles coming under miscellaneous type of vehicle can be used for here or reward. So standard policy allows use of the vehicles other than these given vehicles can be used for hire or reward. That means the given vehicle should not be used for hire or reward, right? Then only they are coming under class D. That is why take the case of a tractor, agriculture tractor, right? If it is permitted as agriculture and forestry vehicle, then it is coming under class D. Suppose a tractor used by an industry for carrying their goods, then it should be coming under commercial vehicle, regular commercial vehicle, not under coming under class D. That is the meaning of this first paragraph. In case of passenger vehicles, because class D is having all the vehicles, goods carrying and passenger carrying. Goods carrying, they have defined. These vehicles are private purpose. These vehicle can be used for here or reward. In other vehicles, passenger carrying vehicles, only two, ambulance and hearse. What do you understand by hearse? Hearse is the vehicle which is carrying the dead bodies. So only ambulance and hearses has to be rated under class D. All other passenger carrying vehicles are to be rated under class C. That is passenger carrying vehicles. So in passenger carrying vehicles, only two are coming under class D, ambulance and hearses, right? Passenger liability premium for ambulance is ₹60 per passenger. Hearses, it is 115 per passenger, right? Because in class C, passenger carrying vehicles, different passenger premium is there. For taxi, for bus, for auto, everything is having a different tariff. In miscellaneous types of vehicle, only two passenger carrying vehicles are there. For ambulance, the liability premium for passenger is ₹60 and for hearses, it is 115 rupees. No cover for non-faring passengers. In commercial vehicles, there is a cover for non-faring passengers, but in class D, absolutely there is no cover for non-fare paying passengers other than employees. Employees automatic cover. Verify the RC to decide whether the vehicle to be classified as miscellaneous vehicle or not. This is only a practical suggestion I am giving. Many people are asking, sir, we cannot decide which is coming under miscellaneous type, which is coming under commercial vehicle, right? You should verify RC and permit. For example, the concrete mixers. The concrete mixers, which can be covered under commercial vehicle or class D vehicle. If you see the RC, the type of vehicle will be given as goods carrying, and type of body will be given as concrete mixer. And in the permit also, they have mentioned it is only concrete mixer. So these type of things, you should remember that you should verify. This type, since it is a concrete mixer, mentioned as a concrete mixer, not goods carrying, you should necessarily taken it to miscellaneous type of vehicle only. United India once has issued a circular how to discriminate between the goods carrying and miscellaneous type of vehicle. They have given the vehicle which can carry any type of goods. Suppose a tipper. Some people are classifying tipper as goods, that is in miscellaneous type, but it is wrong. They say the tipper can carry any goods, sand, rock, or chips, anything it can carry. So the vehicles which can carry any type of goods should be classified as goods carrying vehicles only. The vehicles which can carry only a particular type of good, then it should be classified as a miscellaneous type of vehicle. For example, concrete mixer can carry only concrete, nothing else. So it can be classified under miscellaneous vehicle. Trailers used with miscellaneous type of vehicle cannot be insured separately. We have already seen, just like in private cars, the trailers used with Michelin type cannot be insured separately, and cover for hauling vehicle and trailer should be identical, just like private cars. So Michelin type of vehicle, hauling a trailer means it should be covered under Michelin type of vehicle only as a single unit. Right. Non-motor policies. The vehicles listed here, cranes, forklifts, bulldozers, dragline excavators, drilling rigs, dumpers, tippers, right? Most of these vehicles are limited to one compound or one place, or it will be removed to one compound to other compound and it will be working in a different compound. That's all. Running on a public road is very less. And also, the vehicles getting one damage claims also, chances are very less. So this provision given by the tariff says, when the legal liability in respect of use on a road cannot be insured otherwise than under a policy under this tariff. These vehicles sometimes move on the road. Most of the time it operates on a private compounds. But the legal liability that may be incurred when moving on a road cannot be covered by any other policy. Because in engineering policies, the third party liability covers only the location cover, not the road cover. So when the vehicle is used on road cover, only motor liability policy can provide a cover. So these vehicles can be provided motor liability cover under motor policies and own damage under non-motor policies like CPM policy, CAR policy, like that MBD policy. So any policy you can give for the damage to the equipments. But you can issue, when it is going on road, you can issue liability only policy under motor, right? Overturning risk. This is again a contested area of claims. What is overturning? A vehicle can overturn anywhere, while running on a road, while doing its work, anywhere it can happen. Suppose it overturns while running on a road, it is covered by a regular motor policy because it is an accident. But these equipments, rather, mobile cranes, excavators, drilling rigs, mobile plants, if these equipments sustain damages while doing its work, not while running on the road, while doing its works. For example, these cranes may topple due to imbalance of weight, it is lifting, right? So at the time, it is not running on the road, it is doing its work. When it is, in technical words, when it is used as a tool of trade, not as a vehicle. When it is used as a tool of trade means when it is doing its own work, it gets damaged. So our regular motor policy does not cover when it is used as a tool of trade. So you have to take an add-on cover for these types of vehicles or equipments to cover the damages it may sustain when it is doing its own work. The additional premium is 0.5% of IDV, subject to a minimum of 100 rupees. So please advise your agents and clients necessarily cover overturning risk for these types of vehicles. Otherwise, because at the time of it is doing work only, damages happen, and the damages are heavy damages. For example, crane and all, the boom is bending or cracking. The boom is the having highest cost. So the claim will be in lakhs. So if they don't take this cover, the entire claim will be repudiated, right? So please advise your clients, these types of vehicles should be taken with the overturning risk. Agriculture and forestry vehicles. So what we say, the implements or attachments to these vehicles can be covered by our regular motor policy, just like our electronic equipments under private car. They should mention the implement and the value. When the implement is attached to the vehicle, the cover is there, like plows, harrows, like that. But IMT 48 to be used for these agriculture implements that says the loss in respect of breakage of any part of agriculture trailer or implements caused by ground obstruction. When it is ploughing, suppose there is a big rock is inside the land, soil, and some damage happening to the either implement or to the tractor or trailer, that damages are not payable under our policy because it is caused by ground obstruction, not by any accident. Used within the premises, we have seen 33 1/3 discount is allowed, and only exception is it should not come out of the compound to normal road, except when it is used in a firefighting. The quadricycle, new type of vehicles have been coming, and sometimes they're asking what is a quadricycle. The quadricycle is an European Union vehicle category for four-wheel microcars, which allows these vehicles to be designed or less stringent requirements when compared to regular cars. For building the chassis or body of a car, you have specific requirements to be met as per the Act, Motor Vehicle Act, right? But quadricycles are having less stringent measures, stringent specifications than the regular cars. So quadricycles are defined by limitations in terms of weight, engine power, and speed. But it will have lesser weight, lesser engine power, right? Then e-cart and e-rickshaw means it is run by batteries. Okay. I told you in the morning itself, the policies and the features which are common to all the four companies only will be coming in the exam. The add-on covers or modifications done by individual companies, it cannot be asked because it is different for other company. Nowadays, so many add-on covers have come. So just to list some of the add-on covers and to know what it is covering, I have listed just what is covered by this policy, the add-on covers. That's all, right? There may be asking what is coverage, but it is there. We're not going to ask what are the conditions and what are the premium and all, because it is different for different companies, right? First cover is nil depreciation or bumper to bumper or so many names they are calling it. Very simple, you could remember this add-on cover removes the depreciation schedule. That's all. Removes the depreciation schedule. That is, we have seen now in GIEAIA 9. So what is the depreciation for plastic parts, metal parts, right? So that schedule itself is removed. That means all claims are payable without depreciation, right? In nil depreciation also, there are so many variants. Each company is using its own wordings, its own conditions. For example, in New India, in each policy, you can claim only 2 nil depreciation claims. If you report a third claim, it will be treated as a normal claim with depreciation. But in I think other companies, it is the condition is not there. So you just remember what is covered by a nil depreciation add-on. That's all. The conditions is vary from company to company. Return to invoice. What is return to invoice? It is just like fire reinstatement policy. In fire, what reinstatement policy covers? It replaces your property, right? It just replaces your property. In motor also, suppose a vehicle is ending up in a total loss. For example, the vehicle 3 years old, IDV is 10 lakhs, sustained a total loss. But if the insured wants to buy the same make, same model car today, it will be 15 lakhs. So this cover provides that benefit. The insured is allowed to get 15 lakhs to buy a new car. But major difference is in fire, you have to reinstate the property to get the reinstatement claim. That you have to physically incur the expenses to reinstate the property, and it should be reinstated. Property should be reinstated. In motor, it is not like that. You need not necessarily buy a new car. Whenever it is undergoing total loss, the amount which is required to buy a same model, same make car as on the date of loss is payable. Right? I'll give example I have given. 10 lakhs is the IDV, 3 years old. They have paid the premium for 10 lakhs with the add-on cover for returned invoice. When it is sustaining a total loss, it is 15 lakhs is payable, whether he is getting a new car or not. And conditions are different from different companies. Some companies says the ex-showroom price on the date of loss is payable. Some company says the ex-showroom price on the date of renewal is payable. And some companies pay the road tax in addition to the ex-showroom price. And some companies have a limitation on the road tax, like that. So conditions are different. You just remember what this add-on cover gives. Next one is NCB protection. For getting a small claim, I may be losing my entire NCB, maybe 45% or 50%. So if I taken this NCB protection add-on, my NCB will be protected subject to some conditions. Each company is having a different condition. One company says up to 1 claim, your NCB will be protected. Some company says up to 2 claims. Some company says total claims, if it is not exceeding your 10% of the sum insured, then NCB is protected, like that. So simple logic, by taking this add-on cover, subject to the conditions given, the NCB will be protected. Then roadside help. This is an add-on cover. If suppose a car is met with an accident and held up, and a roadside team, help team will be coming. They will help you to transport the car to the nearest dealer and transport the passengers to the hotel or hospital, like that they will help. Medical expenses due to accident for the occupants of the car. Because third-party claim you can get, but only after undergoing the legal process. Here, just like Mediclaim, the medical expenses is payable for the occupants of the car due to accident. That is again, each company is having some limitations, 50,000, 1 lakh, like that. Okay. Next one, key replacement. In modern cars, the key is computerized and the key itself costs some 50,000 to 1 lakh. Sometimes it is malfunctioning, or when it is dropped on the floor, it is not functioning, like that. So key alone is damaged, or key is misplaced somewhere and it is not traceable. Then this endorsement, this add-on cover helps you to get a new key, right? Cover for personal belongings. If you take a laptop, camera inside the car, when it is damaged due to accident, that can also be covered. Then daily allowance courtesy car. When your car meeting with the accident and given for repairs, you have to hire a taxi for going to the office. So that allowance is given, and again it is subject to some conditions, like per day limit is there, overall policy limit is there. Next one, engine protection. What is engine protection? When the car is in waters, maybe flood waters, the water will enter inside the engine or gearbox. Whether it is covered by normal policy or not. It is a flood cover. Flood is covered by the policy, right? So, as far as my understanding goes, it should be covered by normal policy. Because entering of water due to flood is very much there in the coverage under the policy, regular policy. But in 2015 floods in Chennai, many private companies refused the claim. Some of them argued that, sir, when the flood is there, why you are taking the car into the flood? You know very well the water will enter. Like that, they have refused the claim. Take an example. I am driving a car in a road. The flood waters are coming and the traffic also got jammed. Where will I go? Can I take the car and go to some other protected place? It is not possible. I cannot get down and walk also because there are waters. The water keep on rising. What will happen? Naturally, it will enter the engine. So it is only natural phenomena. It should be covered. But because of this ambiguity, insurance companies capitalized on that and they gave a add-on cover, which is called engine or gearbox protection. Even if the vehicle is parked or vehicle is moving, the engine protection cover gives whatever damages sustained by engine or gearbox by the entry of water into it. Right? Next one, consumables. In regular claims, all the consumables are disallowed, like coolant oil, engine oil, screws, nuts, bolts, everything. So this cover gives even those expenses. Next one is floater policy. This is of latest innovation. Suppose I have 4 cars. I can take a floater policy with a single sum insured covering all the 4 cars in a single policy under a single sum insured. This is a very good innovation for the people having more than 1 cars. But it should be of the same class. You cannot cover a car with a 2-wheeler. The car means all the cars can be covered in a single policy. And another innovation, pay as much as you drive. This cover gives you a very good saving in the premium. Suppose a person is driving only some 3,000 kilometers per year. Another person is driving 20,000 kilometers per year. It is not justifiable to charge the same premium for both. So there is a demand in the society. We should be charged as per the distance or kilometers we have run. So this policy, if you take this add-on cover, when you are coming for the next renewal, based on the speedometer reading, whatever kilometers run, depending on that, you will get a discount. That's called pay as much as you drive. I have given the minimum values, minimum IDV, not values, minimum IDV for different types of vehicles, because sometimes they are asking, it's totally irrelevant, but because of the exam, we have to remember. For private car, up to 1000 cc it is 15,000. Nobody will insure any car for 15,000 nowadays. So exceeding 1,000 or 1,500, 20,000. Exceeding 1,500 is 30,000. 2-wheelers, 5,000, 6,000 and 7,000, depending on the CC. Goods vehicles and passenger vehicles, it has different IDVs, minimum values. It is very, very difficult to remember. Just go through. If 1 or 2, if you are able to remember, it is good. Okay, these are all the special provisions which are given in the tariff for the commercial vehicles, private cars and two-wheelers. Now we will move on to motor trade policies, which is totally a different policy, which has a different condition, right? This classification and all we have already seen. Up to D we have seen, right? What is E? E is tariff for motor trade policies. Road transit risk only. Transit risk means it is just like marine specific voyage policy from one place to other place. That's all. So for single transit, one policy. Here declaration policies also there, just like marine declaration policies. Many transits can be covered in a single policy. F means tariff for motor trade, road risk. First one is road transit risk. Please understand the difference. This is road risk. Road transit risk is only for one transit, right? F is annual policy taken by dealers, garages and service stations, right? They have taken the vehicles for sale or service. When they sell the vehicle, they have demo vehicles. They have to take the new vehicles for trial purpose, registration purpose, and coming back, and demo purpose, showing it to the insured, showing it to the buyers, right? So all these risks can be covered by this policy, right? When they are covered by trade certificates. We'll see what is a trade certificate. G, motor trade policy, internal risk only. F and G are mutually exclusive policies. Both are taken by the same persons, dealers, service stations, garages. Policy F covers the vehicle damages when the vehicle is on road only. Policy G covers when the vehicle is inside the compound of the dealer. So F and G are mutually exclusive policies. What is covered by F is not covered by G. What is covered by G is not covered by F, right? But both are taken by the same person. So if the dealer is having both the policies, means he is fully insured. Once they have asked this, none of us know there are certain sections in motor policy, right? In private car and two-wheeler, Section 1 covers one damage portion, Section 2 covers TP portion, Section 3 covers PA owner driver cover. In commercial vehicles, Section 1 and 2 are same, but Section 3 is towing of a disabled vehicle. What do you understand by towing of a disabled vehicle? Suppose I am coming on a road, a vehicle is broke down, it is on the road. He is asking me help to tow the vehicle to the nearest workshop. If I am doing it on grace, without charging anything to the person, then the damages sustained to my vehicle during this process of towing is automatically covered. That is in the coming under Section 3. But condition is that I should not do the towing for here or reward. It should be out of grace, free of cost. Then only this section covers the damages to my vehicle because of the towing, right? And the PA owner cover taken to Section 4. So in commercial vehicles, there are 4 sections, and private car and two-wheeler only 3 sections. This one is important. In private car, if you see the package policy, it says death or injury, bodily injury to any third party. Within brackets, it has mentioned including occupants. That means in a package policy, the occupants of the car are treated as third parties. In the same way, In a package policy given for two-wheeler, the section 2 says death or bodily injury to any third parties, within bracket says including the pillion rider. So if you have taken a package policy for private car or two-wheeler, it includes the occupants. So in these two cases, the occupants are treated as third parties and they can sue against the owner in MCOP courts. They can claim compensation if they get injury or died due to an accident of that car. If you see the Act only policy, it is clearly mentioned in the section 2, death or injury to third parties. The including occupants or including the pillion rider wordings are not there in liability policy given to private cars and two-wheelers. That means if the injured has taken only liability policy, in that case, the occupants are not treated as third parties and they cannot sue for compensation. This is the major difference between a package policy and liability policy, which many of us does not notice. Even the people working in third-party departments are not putting this point in the counter we are placing before the court. Right? Okay. After this, the bundled policy was introduced. Now you can see the difference between a package policy and liability policy. Right? Bundled policy was introduced by IRDA. But the wording is also given by IRDA for bundle policy. In those bundle policy also, in this bundle policy, it is almost a package policy, no? It is covering OD section as well as TP section. In that bundle policy also, the wordings including occupants are not there. So that means the occupants and pillion riders are covered only in the package policies. This is a very big controversy and each court is awarding on its own and it is giving its own judgments. But from examination point of view, understand the difference between a package policy and liability policy, right? As far as the occupants and pillion riders are considered. Now we will go to the trade policies. Okay. This MP is manufacturer premises. This is manufacturer's depot. This is dealer place. This is sub-dealer place, right? So when the vehicles are manufactured from manufacturer premises, it is going to his own depot. So his own depot means it is policy E, that is road transit cover. Because he is not a dealer, he is not having the trade certificates. So naturally, he should cover his movement of vehicles from one point to other point by policy E. That means road transit policy. Suppose he is moving the vehicle directly to the dealer point, then also it is only a transit is happening. So he is don't have a certificate. So it has to be again covered by policy road transit policy only. Again, suppose it is coming from depot to dealer's place also policy E only, transit only. From dealers to sub-dealer also policy E, because only your single transit is involved. Okay. Now, policy F. I will give you certain details before going to the other slide. So dealer is having some duties, some business process. He is getting the new vehicles from the manufacturer. He is keeping it in the showroom. To the prospective buyers, he will take the vehicle for trial or demo. When the buyer is confirming the purchase, then paying the amount, then that vehicle has to be taken for registration and it has to come back for registration. Sometimes The prospective buyer will be at his home, which is some 40-60 kilometers away from the dealer's place. Then the dealer will be taking the new vehicle to the buyer's place itself. Then the vehicles are given for service. Okay. First, to know the problems or repairs, he should take a trial on the road. After completing the repairs also, he should take a trial on the road. Right? So all these cases, the road transit is involved when the car is in the possession of the dealer. In all these cases, car is in the possession of the dealer. So whatever the vehicle gets damaged during these processes, the dealer is liable. He has to compensate the vehicle owner. Or if it is unsold car, he should get compensation from the insurance company. To cover this, the transport department is issuing a document called trade certificate, motor trade certificate, to the dealers. The dealer, depending on his requirement, will get 1 certificate, 2 certificates, or 10 certificates, or 20 certificates. Only condition is that one certificate can be used on only one vehicle at any given point of time. Suppose a dealer wants to take out 5 vehicles at any point of time for different purpose, then he should have 5 trade certificates. The trade certificate, what are the conditions we will see in the coming slides. You might have seen it is just like a number plate, but the color will be in red. The base color will be red, the letters will be in white. It is portable. It is not fixed to any car. Even though it is a number plate, it is not fixed, it is portable. Suppose a prospective buyer has come, the dealer wants to show a new vehicle to him on trial on road. So he will place the number plate given by the transport authorities in front of the car and taking out the car. That means the vehicle is taken out on the road based on the trade certificate. The same way, a registered car coming for service, taken out for trial, in that case also, even though it is registered, it is having its own insurance. Something happens, dealer is responsible. So dealer will place the trade certificate number plate in the car, front side of the car, and take out for the trial. So like this, the trade certificates are used. Right? Now come to insurance. These trade certificates should be insured. Based on the requirement of the insured, different add-on covers are there. Right? One by one we will see. So trade certificate insurance is called policy F, motor trade risk, motor trade policy, road risk only. Only road risk is covered. Right. Next policy G. G policy means it is only within the compound of the dealer. The policy F covers only road risk. So when the vehicle is inside the compound of the dealer, then also he requires a coverage. Right? So naturally, he wants a cover. So based on certain conditions, that we are giving a cover when the vehicle is inside the compound of the dealer. Right. Who can take a trade certificate? So by the way, who can take a trade policy? A manufacturer, because of road transit risk, he can take. Dealer, approved repairers, persons engaged in building the body of the vehicles, financiers. It's very surprising that even financiers can take trade certificates and trade policies, because the financiers will take the possession of the vehicle, If the default is there in the loans, he will not know whether the vehicle is having a insurance or not, but he has to move the vehicle on road only. So because of that purpose, he will be having a trade certificate to move the vehicle from taking the place of possession to his own place and taking for demo and all. So financier also can get a trade certificate and a trade policy. Dealer means the person including the person who is building bodies, repairs, and business of hypothecation, leasing, and hire purchase, financiers. Right. So we have seen what are all the perils covered by regular motor policies in the earlier class. There are 10 perils. We will see what are all the perils covered by these 3 policies: road transit, road risk, and internal risk. The 10 covers given by the regular motor policy is covered automatically by E and F. Absolutely, there is no change. But G policy, that is internal risk policy, covers only one risk. That is accidental external means. If something happens inside the compound because of accident, one vehicle is hitting other vehicle, something is dropped from the roof, like that, some accident happening is only covered. What about the other covers? Why this is not covered? Suppose he want a fire cover, burglary cover, or STFI cover, he should take a fire policy on the stock of the cars inside the compound. He should go for fire policy only. Our motor policy, trade policy covers only accident when the cars are inside the compound. Okay. So this is the major difference. Out of 10 perils, E and F covers all the 10 perils, but G policy, internal risk policy, covers only a single peril, that is accidental damage only. When come to exclusions, what are all the exclusions in motor policy? All the exclusions are there in the E and F also. Since the coverage itself is restricted in G, the exclusion also restricted, right? So here exclusion for tire and tube, that will I will explain, right? IMT 21 we have already seen. So all EFG policies are subject to IMT 21. So naturally they will not cover the tires and tubes and all the other parts like bumper, headlights and all, right? So exclusions, only 6 exclusions are there in E and F, only 3 exclusions are there in G, because burglary, housebreaking and all coverage itself is not there. Then why should they should be in the exclusions? So coverage itself is not there for burglary and all, right? Okay. Now we will break for tea. It is 3:30. We will assemble back at 3:40. Thank you. Hello. Can we start? Hello.
Yes, sir. You can start.
Okay. Okay. Right. So we have seen what all the coverages and different policies and what are the exclusions. Now, just now we have discussed about IMT 23 in commercial vehicles, right? Because IMT 21 is there, naturally IMT 23 requirement is there. Here we have seen, here see, just like IMT 21, the tires, tubes, okay, is damages, exclusions is there. So naturally they want a cover. But it is different from IMT 23. In IMT 23, we are covering all the parts excluded by IMT 21, like tires, tubes, bumpers, headlights, bonnet side parts, like that. All the parts excluded by 21 is included by IMT 23, but subject to some condition deductions or depreciation are there. But here, instead of IMT 23, IMT 62 is there. So what IMT 62 is there? In normal policy, IMT 21 says 50% for tire and tube. Even though it is brand new car, the tire and tube, we will pay only 50%, right? Because it is a tire or rubber parts. Here also, many of the vehicles used with this state certificate are new vehicles, except the vehicles coming for service. Here they want a cover for this tire and tube, right? So this 62 endorsement, by paying additional premium, the 50% limitation clause on tire and tube is removed, right? Just like IMT 23 in regular policies. But IMT 23 removes the condition on all parts given by the IMT 21. Here, 62 removes only the tire and tube. So by paying additional premium 62 also, only tire and tube 50% is removed. All other things are as per IMT 21 only. So IMT 62 coverage under trade policies removes the 50% limitation clause on tire and tubes. But one condition is there. I think I had given it some other slide. Even though you have taken the IMT 62, it is not applicable for all the vehicles. It exclusively says that the 50% limitation clause is removed for the vehicles, brand new vehicles with brand new tires and tubes. So vehicle also should be new, the tires and tubes also should be new. Then only this 50% is removed by paying additional premium under 62. Right. So we have compared the products, 3 motor trade products, E, F, G. E is transit, F is road risk, G is internal risk. Right. Now we will see one by one. Now we have compared the products to have a clear idea what is covered by which policy. Now we will see the special provisions and intricacies of each policies. Okay. So for E, E means transit. Transit means from one place to other place, right? So this policy, commercial vehicle policy, is used without NCB and CPA class. Same commercial vehicle terms and conditions are used, but NCB condition is not there and CPA condition is not there because it is not normally owned by anyone. It is a manufactured vehicle only, newly manufactured vehicle. Premium depends on IDV and distance. How we calculate the premium for transit? It based on the sum insured and distance it travels, right? The risks covered are only transit risk. Only transit risks are covered. Specific policies and declaration policies can be issued. I told you, suppose I have bought a new vehicle in Coimbatore. I want to take the vehicle for building body at Karur or Chennai. So I have to move the vehicle on road. So for that, I have taken a policy. That policy, you can take specific policy. Take the case of a manufacturer. Every day he is moving hundreds of vehicles for different dealers, right? So he can take a declaration policy just like marine declaration policy. He can declare a full sum insured. Every day when he is moving, he will give declaration and sum insured get reduced. Whenever sum insured gets exhausted, he is enhances sum insured. So just like marine declaration policy or open policy, right? Package and liability policy are available. Either you can take package policy where one damage also covered. When liability only is there, one damage is not covered. OD portion has 11 slabs of distances. Different premium for 11 slabs, like 0 to 80 kilometers, 80 to 160, 160 to 320, like that. Different slabs are there in OD portion. TP portion has only 2 slabs. Up to 2,400 kilometers, 1 TP premium, and more than 2,400 kilometers, another TP premium. That's all, right? Deletion of 50% limitation clause for tires and tubes. So I told you only for brand new vehicles with brand new tires and tubes. What is the premium payable? 1% basic OD premium to be collected. 1% basic OD premium only. Liability with fire and theft only policies can also be issued, right? For declaration policies, the above rates are subject to a minimum premium of 75 rupees for package policies, 60 rupees for liability only, and fire and theft cover, 40 rupees for these premiums. Are just remember, it is not relevant to in our regular practice, but for exam purpose, you remember. In case of declaration policies, above rates are subject to a minimum premium of, if it is package policy, 75 rupees, liability only policy, 60 rupees, fire and theft cover, it is 40 rupees. Right. Now come to F. F is the policy which we regularly deal with. Because all the dealers are having trade certificates, all of them are taking the policies, right? Many conditions we are not knowing. Because of that, we are facing so many issues when the claims are coming under that motor trade policies. We will see one by one. Motor trade package policy to be used. In F, we are using regular commercial vehicle policy with same terms and conditions. Here, a separate policy called motor trade package policy is devised by the tariff in the tariff, which we are using with many conditions are modified. Coverage: loss or damage in public place or when the insured vehicle is temporarily garaged during the course of journey. Loss or damage occurring in the premises of the insured is not covered. I told you very clearly, F and G are mutually exclusive. So this covers only road. That is why it is called motor trade policy, road risk only, right? So when the vehicle is inside the compound, you have to take G policy, internal risk policy, right? Demonstration. Demonstration driving extension can be given for a distance up to 80 kilometers from the address of the insured. You can give add-on cover. We will see one by one in the add-on covers. Policy may be issued either in the named driver or trade certificate basis. You should understand what is a named driver, what is a trade certificate. I told you dealers, service stations, garages, bodybuilders are taking this policy, right? For dealers, they have many purposes. They have to take it for registration, take it for demonstration, take it to the client place. Whenever a vehicle coming for service, they take trial. So many purposes are there. So normally dealers will get the trade certificates based on their requirement. So they can get the policy, our trade paid policy, trade risk policy based on the trade certificates they are holding. Then what is named driver basis? Suppose I am running a workshop, repairing workshop, automobile repair workshop, right? I don't have any other function other than repairing the vehicles. Only when the vehicles are having some problem and take for trial on the road, that too 1 or 2 kilometers only. So I need not undergo the process of getting trade certificates from the transport department. I have to pay much. I don't have a need for that. So what I will do, I will take the trade policy with the insurance company based on named driver. Named driver means I can name one driver, two driver, three drivers. Those drivers only should take the car into the road. When the car is taken by those drivers, named drivers only, the coverage is given by the policy. Very simple. So those who cannot afford to go for the trade certificates from the transport department, they can take the policy on named basis, right? But tariff says either you have to take the policy on trade certificate basis or named driver basis. Combining these two is normally not allowed. Why? There is a chance for fraud. When the trade certificate is expired, he will say this car is driven by named driver. So there is a chance for mixing both. So we normally don't give the combination basis. Either we will give name driver basis or trade certificate basis, right? And tariff says all the certificates or name drivers must be disclosed for insurance by the insured. Suppose I have 10 certificates, I should take insurance for all the 10 certificates. I cannot take 7 and leave 3. Suppose I have name driver basis, I should take the insurance for all the drivers within my workshop. So this is the condition, right? Geographical area and all, we will see in the next slide what is covered. Again, package and liability policy are, both policies are available in F also. Policies may be issued named driver trade certificate basis or on combined basis is normally restricted, not to be used for hire or reward. It is only for his own business. He cannot take a car and get a hire or reward. Separate policies to be issued for each town of the insured. The insured may be having business in different towns, but he should take a different policy for different town. He cannot combine all the towns in a single policy. Not more than one policy for one certificate or not more than one policy for one named driver. What will happen? Suppose more than one policy is given for a single driver, our liability is increased. Whatever disallowed in one policy can be claimed by other policy, right? So we restrict only one driver will have one policy, one certificate in one town will have one policy. Why it is said one certificate in one town? Suppose I have taken a certificate. I am having my dealership in 2 towns. I can use the same certificate in one town because I am not having much business. Nearby town only 40 kilometers. I will take the same trade certificate to the other town and I use the trade certificate in that town also. Certificate is 1, but towns are 2. So when you coming to take the policy, you should take 2 policies. One policy for town A with the same certificate, other policy with town B with the same certificate, right? Okay. All the certificates of the insured should be insured. Without omission, he should insure all the certificates. What are the vehicles covered? New unregistered vehicles and vehicles in the custody of the dealer received for repairs and service. Many of us even now believe that trade certificate is only for new cars. No. The trade certificate can be used for new cars and cars already registered coming for service, right? Anything can be used. So simply, very simply, trade certificate should be used with the cars which are in the possession of the dealer. We will see the add-on covers in F. Loan or hire of vehicles. When the car is given to the insured clients, when their car is given for insured for repairs. It is not relevant in our country so far, but it is coming now. When I am giving a car, my car for repairs to dealer, he will replace me with some other car. In between time, I can use the car owned by the dealer. So if I want cover for that type of vehicles also, I should take this add-on cover, loan or hire of vehicles. Private use. When the law permits, the car can be used by the insured member of his family, insured or member of his family, or director or employee of the insured. Sometimes what will happen? The new car or car came for repairs or service can be used by the owner or his family members. That's why the tariff clearly says when the law permits such an activity, then only he can have this add-on cover. Demo purpose. When the car is driven by persons other than employees of the insured. Demo purpose means the person coming for purchase, prospective buyer, he wants to drive the car himself, right? He will not allow the employee of the dealer to drive because he should have a feel how the car is working. So for that purpose, demo purpose extension should be taken. And driving tuition. Driving tuition also extension is there. Nowadays, the dealers are having this driving institutes. So if they use the car for driving tuition, then this extension they should take. Then IMT 62 for removing the 50% limitation class for tire and tubes, only for brand new vehicles, brand new tires. 1% extra premium OD. I have not given the premium for all other add-ons because that will confuse you. So just to know what are the add-on covers available, right? Okay. This is very important as far as exam is concerned, also as far as your claims are concerned. Normal geographical area covered for a trade plate policy, trade certificate. There are two classifications. One limit is applicable for new vehicles, other limit applicable for used vehicles. Used vehicles means the vehicles came for service or repair. Now we will see what is the limit for new vehicles or chases. Up to 80 kilometers of radius from the insured's address mentioned in the policy. This is the default cover. Normal cover without paying additional premium, it is standard cover, which can be extended up to 120 kilometers by paying additional premium of 15%. When you pay 15% additional premium, the limit is extended by 80 to 120 kilometers. Beyond 120 kilometers, the insured can cover the vehicle by taking motor trade road transit policy, one policy for each transit. So please understand, for new vehicles, default cover is 80 kilometers. Add-on cover up to 120, you can get by paying 15% extra. Beyond 120 kilometers, the insured should take regular transit policy only, e-policy only. One policy for each transit, right? So this is the coverage available under motor trade policies for new vehicles. Now come to used vehicles. Different cover. You should remember and understand. For used vehicles, that is serviced vehicles, that is already registered vehicles, came for service or repairs. Up to 120, 160 is the default. Up to 160. There 80 is the default. 120 is extension. Here, up to 160 is default for used cars. Even without paying additional premium, you can take the used cars up to 160 kilometers, right? Can be extended up to 320 kilometers by paying an extra premium of 25%. The difference between the package and liability only premiums. So 25% of the difference between package and liability. That means very simple, OD premium, right? Can be extended beyond 320 kilometers by paying extra premium of 50%. Again, I am telling you, repeating for the purpose of remembering. For new vehicles and chases, 80 is the default. Add-on 120. Beyond 120, not at all possible under F. It is possible only by taking a separate policy under E. For used vehicles, Up to 160 is default. 320 up to you can cover by paying 25% extra. Beyond 320, 50% extra. Beyond 320 means unlimited. You should understand. Beyond 320 only they have mentioned. The other end, other margin is not mentioned. So beyond 320 means it is unlimited. So used cars, if you pay 50% extra, it can be taken anywhere in India, irrespective of the distance. Okay. So this is the features about the F policy, trade policy. Now come to G. G is the internal risk policy, right? Motor trade internal risk policy to be used. Again, a separate policy because it is covering only one peril. So policy words are different, wordings are different. So separate trade risk policy, motor tariff gives a separate terms and conditions, right? Coverage. Loss or damage occurring inside the insured premises only caused by external, accidental, visible means. That's all. Only one peril, accidental, external means is covered. Depreciation is there. I have put wrongly here. Depreciation is applicable. No CPA because the driver is not covered or owner is not covered. No towing of disabled vehicles, trailers, because it is not required. It is inside the compound only. Given to motor dealers and service stations, risks of motor manufacturers and motor assembly factories and risks comprising solely motor body builders and petrol filling stations are not subject to this tariff. It can be given only for dealers and service stations, repairers, right? Manufacturers, assemblers, body builders are not covered by this policy. But body builders can take the F policy, right? Assemblers can take F policy, but G policy, internal risk, is exclusively for dealers and service stations. Manufacturers, assemblers, and body builders are not covered by this policy. Okay. So whatever happening inside the compound is covered. But what should be the sum insured? It is a peculiar way. There is no sum insured, and it is a peculiar way how the premium is calculated for G policy. There are three criteria. One is superficial area, that is carpet area of the premises, right? Wages of the employees. How much wages you are giving to the employees. So these two are major criteria. Open parking area. If suppose parking is done on open places, 50% open area is taken, added to the superficial area. Suppose superficial area is 2000 square meters, open area is 5000 square meters, then 50% of it, so 2500 square meters will be added to the superficial area and premium is calculated, right? So only two criteria, superficial area and wages, to arrive at the premium. More number of premises can be covered in a single policy. If the dealer or service is having more branches, any number of premises can be covered in a single policy. These are regular exclusions only. We have already seen. Okay, now rating. We have seen two areas. Superficial area not exceeding 2000 square meters. The premium is 0.28% on wages plus rupees 150. Liability policies 0.28% on wages. That's all. The 150 rupees is less. The superficial area exceeding 2000 square meters, additional premium of 15 and 8 are chargeable for package and liability policies for every 1000 square meter more than 2000. If it is exceeding 2000, the additional premium is calculated in the slabs of 1000 square meters, right? This is how the premium is calculated on policy G, that is internal risk policy. What are the add-on covers? Work away from premises. Sometimes the employees of the dealer will go to the client's place to take out take the car to their premises. Suppose small repairs only there, they will make the repairs in the premises of the clients itself. So that is called work away from premises. During that time, the coverage bonds, they can take this add-on cover. Dealers having only showroom, no service station, no repair, that means they will get 50% discount. Depreciation is there because depreciation class is there as usual. Open air parks, we have already seen 50% should be added to the superficial area. More than one premises, there are certain conditions given. You just go through this. It's not that much important. If the one premises is within 450 kilometers, 450 meters, then it can be taken as a same premises, otherwise separate premises. And if they have more than two premises, up to 20% discount. 5 premises to 10 premises, 25% discount. More than 10 premises, they can get 30% discount. This is very, very important. In all other policies, what we have seen right from the morning, what is our liability limit? Sum insured is our liability limit. As far as own damage is concerned, sum insured is our limit. Up to sum insured, we have to pay. But in G policy, internal risk policy, we have limited our liability. We are going to pay only a fixed amount, not more than that. This is the only motor policy where we have a fixed liability, right? We will see what are the fixed liabilities. This is very important. Many people are settling just like F policy, whatever the bill comes, they are settling, right? It is not like that. We have a limited liability. Bodily injury, both liability policy and package policy, our liability is unlimited because it comes just like motor TP policy. Property damage excluding damage to vehicles. Damage to vehicles are different limits. Property other than vehicles, maybe a car hitting a crane, a car hitting a wall inside the dealer's premises. So property damage excluding the damage to vehicles is limited to 1.5 lakhs for any one accident in both liability section and package section. Our liability is limited to 1.5 lakhs only for any one accident. Then when come to damage to vehicles, again two classifications. Damage to own vehicles, that is insured's own vehicle, dealer's vehicles, that is unsold vehicles. Unsold vehicles still owned by the dealer only. Damage to third-party vehicles, that is the client's vehicles, right? So if the vehicles belonging to the third party customers, then our limit is 1.5 lakhs per accident. If the damage happening to insured's vehicle only, then our limit is 50,000 for any accident. So very simple to remember. Bodily injury unlimited, property damage 1.5 lakhs, vehicle damage, own vehicle 50,000, client's vehicle 1.5 lakhs. Very, very simple to remember, but you have to remember this is our limit of liability in the policy G, internal risk policy. This is, I have tabulated the features of all the three policies. Just go through it. So what is the policy excess, NCB allowed or not, everything. What we have already discussed is tabulated here, that's all. Here, one important point you should remember from the client's point of view. These are all the forms applicable to grant of grant certificate. This form 19 is very, very, very important. Form 19 is the register to be maintained by the dealer. Whenever a car is going out of the dealer's premises, having this trade certificate, the entry should be made in Form 19 register. 1+1, the form should be prepared, giving the details of the vehicle, the name of the driver, purpose of taking out, everything will be filled, and the one copy will be carried in the vehicle. So one copy will be carried in the vehicle, and also the trade certificate is displayed on the front portion of the car. So Form 19, we never ask, even for trade plate policy claims, we never ask Form 19. That means anything can be claimed. So we should see whether it was properly taken out using the legal trade certificate. So Form 19 is very, very important. This we have already seen. Okay. What are all the trade certificate classifications? The government is giving this much of classification trade certificates. Motorcycle, invalid carriage means vehicles used by disabled persons, light motor vehicle, medium passenger vehicle, medium goods vehicle, heavy passenger vehicle, heavy goods vehicle, any other vehicle. So these are the classifications in which the trade certificates are issued. If I get LMV trade certificate, I should use the certificate only for LMVs, not for other vehicles. So trade certificates are given under these classifications. Validity 12 months throughout India. So anywhere you can use. I told you the same certificate can be used one town, and the next day the same certificate can be used in other town. Permitted use of trade registration mark upon more than one vehicle at a time, not to be used. As I told you, one trade certificate should be used on only one vehicle at any given point of time. For a vehicle other than the one which you issued for, I told you if you get LMV, you should use it for only LMV. Vehicle not in bona fide possession of the dealer, you should use the trade certificate only for the vehicles which is under the bona fide possession of the dealer. Other vehicles, it should not be used. What are the purposes for using the trade certificate? Just go through, I am rushing it. For test during the completion of repair or previous to repair, proceeding to returning to weighbridge and place of registration, trial demonstration, proceeding to from the dealer premises to dealer for delivery, other dealer for delivery, like that workshop for painting or repair or fitting, proceeding to returning from airport, railway station after being transported. Suppose the vehicle is coming by air or train or some road lorry, it has to be transported to the dealer's place. Proceeding or returning to exhibition or place of sale. Even the vehicles can be taken for exhibition places. Removing the vehicle after taking the possession by the financier. I told you the financier, for default of the customer, they are taking the possession and they are taking it to their own place. No delivery of a vehicle to a purchaser without registration, whether temporary or permanent. So the vehicle without registration should not be handed over to the client. Right? Register of trade certificate, register number 19, I told you, in duplicate to be maintained, duplicate copy of the 19 to be carried in the vehicle. These two are very, very important. Whenever there is a claim under trade certificate, you should insist that entire register should be given for inspection, and the duplicate copy should be submitted to us for inspection. Okay, this we have already seen. So with this, we have completed the GIA's special provisions in the tariff and the trade policies. Right. I will show you some more PPTs, which I am not going to complete because the lack of time. You can go through that for yourself. This PPT I will share with you. Here, what I have done, I have given the IMTs when connected to the GRs. So just go through. If you go through all these things, the entire tariff you are just recollecting or reviewing. So entire thing is there. What we have seen in the earlier classes, the same information collated in a different format. That's all. The information I'm not going to repeat, right? The same thing what we have already seen. Maybe 1 or 2 lines extra will be there, but only the collation I am comparing with the GRs with the IMTs, right? So just go through this. I will give you the PowerPoint to you, right? Okay. Then many people are asking, sir, why you are not taking about motor claims? Motor claims is nothing but applying the underwriting principles. There is no separate rules for claims. You are just applying your principles, underwriting principles in the claims. That's all. Nothing else. Only thing you should know what are the documents we should get for each claim, like OD claim or TP claim and all. So those information I have given in this PowerPoint, right? This also only a reference. It is not exhaustive. It is not complete, right? You just go through the this one, and some of the information in these claims may be the guidelines given by United India, right? Different companies might have given different guidelines, just like for theft claims and all. Okay, so just go through this and use this as only a reference. This is not Bible. Okay, now I request the Balaji to allow others to unmute their mics and they can ask the questions now. Balaji.
Sir, can I enable for mic for all?
Yes, sir. Candidates can ask the questions. Participants, please ask the questions one by one. You can unmute your mic and you can ask the question.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Sir, like in this one, you were telling that where the vehicle is laid up, commercial vehicle, if it is laid up, and say suppose it is parked in a particular this one place, and suppose if a tree branch falls on it, it is an accidental. It is an accident by external means.
Yes, yes, yes. Of course.
So whether this can be covered or not?
That type of accidents can be attributed to storm or something. Then you can pay the claim.
No, if it is not, then it is not payable.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, sir. Then second question is about we can give that policy that bundle any vehicle is to have one TP policy for issuance of any standalone motor OD policy.
Yes.
Suppose if a vehicle is having a policy validity up to 8 months only for TP policy.
Okay. Okay.
And he wants to take an OD policy, standalone OD policy for that.
Okay. 1 minute. I will explain. What I'm getting what you are asking. Okay.
Yeah.
Suppose after the expiry of this OD portion in a bundle policy,
yeah,
if he is taking immediately the standalone policy, then means it will synchronize with the expiry date.
Correct.
Suppose he is leaving some 10 days or 15 days for taking OD policy. After that, he is taking means at the end of the 3 years or 5 years, the OD policy will have more validity date, but the TP policy will expire 15 days or 20 days earlier to OD policy, right?
Correct.
But our standalone OD policy has a condition that this policy is valid only if there is a valid TP policy is also there on the date of accident, right?
Okay, sir.
Suppose the policy, the TP policy expires on 1st of January, right? The TP policy, the OD policy is having 20 more days. Suppose let us about 20th January, right? So suppose the accident happens between 1st January to 20th January, nothing is payable as far as OD portion is concerned, because OD portion is having a dependency on the TP policy. With the valid TP policy's existence only, OD policy is payable, right?
Okay.
So in the meantime, the OD policy coverage is only suspended. the policy is not cancelled. Please understand. Suppose the person is going and taking a TP policy on 5th of January. Then again the OD policy is revived. Understand?
Got it, sir.
So the
Now,
5 days on which the TP policy is not there, OD policy is suspended. From when the person is taking a TP policy also for the same vehicle, right? He is having a continuous cover. Okay. To avoid this, I suggest actually some 6 months or 1 year back, the IRDA has a condition stating that standalone policy has to be issued only for 1 year, not less than 1 year. Right. So because of that only we are issuing 1 year policies, and this problem comes. So what I suggest, suppose 3rd year or 5th year, when you observe that the third party policy are expiring some days before this expiry of the OD policy, you limit the OD policy to synchronize with the expiry date of the TP policy. You give short period policy.
okay.
So by that way, the insured can take a package policy on expiry of both. He can have only
Fine,
single
sir.
policy. Otherwise, what will happen? He has to take separately renew OD policy, separately renew TP policy. At any one point of time, he should have 2 policies in his hand, and he may forget to renew one policy, then again a problem. So suggest to the
Fine,
clients
sir.
to synchronize the expiry dates of both the policies. Now IRDA allowed issuing of standalone policy for less than 1 year. That is the reason I am suggesting this.
Fine, sir. So in that case, when we are going for a short period policy, then that short period scale will be applicable for premium.
No. Anyway, because more than 8 months, you have to pay full premium.
No, suppose if it is less than 8 months, say for 4 months only.
Yes, of course. Otherwise,
Fine, sir.
you can use that clause, no? Extension of policy to synchronize the dates.
Right, sir.
That clause you
Right,
can
sir.
use.
Right, sir. Right.
Sir,
Thank you.
Sir, then what will be the status of NCB?
That is the problem. The insured has to bear certain penalties for forgetting the insure in time. So if even less than 1 day, 364 days means also he cannot get NCB. That is a problem.
Yes, sir.
If the insured wants to continue with the NCB, then he has to maintain 2 policies, 2 different policies. No other choice. Yes, sir. Next.
Sir, with regards to this NCB certificate, transfer of this certificate to new vehicles, can it be transferred to second-hand vehicles too? Same class of vehicle?
Yes, why not? There is no condition
Fine,
in
sir.
the
What
tariff
is-
that it should be a new vehicle.
Fine, sir. Okay, sir.
Sir,
Sir, if
for
suppose
your
the
info-
vehicle is purchased,
Sir, for your information,
Yes, sir.
suppose I am having a Maruti car. I have a policy,
Okay.
and I have 50% NCB, right? I
Yes,
own
sir.
one more car, which also I have NCB, right? At one point
Okay,
of
sir.
time, the second car I have lost NCB because of some accident, right? On expiry
sir.
of that policy period, I can transfer the NCB from one policy A to policy B owned by me. It need not purchase a new car or purchase a second-hand car. Even within your vehicle, you can transfer from one car to other car. Only logic is that one NCB can be enjoyed by the insured by one car at any given point of time. That's all.
Is there no criteria for sale of the vehicle, sir?
No, absolutely no. Insured can retain the old vehicle also. Only thing he has to repay the NCB. That's all.
Fine, sir. So NCB
just
can be
go through the
exchanged
tariff.
between vehicles also.
No, you just go through the tariff. Nowhere it is said that
Fine, sir.
it should be sold.
Fine, sir. Okay, sir.
Sir, in this F category vehicles, you were telling that all the trade certificates have to be insured.
Yes.
Suppose if he conceals, say out of 10 certificate, he only insures 8 certificates or 6 certificates.
Yes, claims
What will
can
be
be
the
repudiated.
consequence, sir? Okay,
Claims
okay,
can be repudiated. Even if the claim occurs with the trade certificate insured with us, we can repudiate the claim.
okay, sir. Right, right.
Because it is a policy condition, not warranty. Policy condition itself says that all the certificates should be insured. Necessarily insured, not in a single policy. He can have many policies, but any given point of time, he should have a valid policy for all these certificates. Because suppose he is having five certificates here today, he will take a policy. After 3 months, he will buy another 5 certificates. He can take another policy. So at any given point of time, all his certificates should be under insurance.
Right, sir. Right, sir. Thank you.
Sir, with regards to this TPPD, that 7,50,000 is like now changed, sir?
No. Not
unlimited?
No. Property damage is still the same.
Okay, sir. 1 lakh for two-wheeler and other class of vehicles, it is 7.5 lakh.
For other vehicles by default in TP policy.
Okay, sir.
The restriction of TPPD is now removed, na? We cannot now restrict the TPPD.
Is it IRDA direction or company direction? I don't know. If you have any circular of IRDA, please share with me.
Okay, sir.
But I think some companies have given instruction not to do that. But it is not common condition from IRDA. If you have any write-up, please share.
Okay, sir.
Good evening, sir. Sir, hello.
Yes.
Sir, can you please come back for that IMT 21 and 23 where you were explaining about the plastic bumper and metal bumpers?
You want to see the slide again?
Yes, sir.
One second, I am coming it. This one, huh? Madam, this one?
Yes,
hello?
sir.
Okay,
yes,
what is
sir.
your doubt?
Yes. Sir, at last you were telling for plastic bumper and metal bumper, sir.
Yes. Only thing, the regular depreciation different for metal and plastic, that's all. Suppose in the metal bumper, I have assumed that the age of the vehicle is 3 and 4, between 3 and 4. So depreciation comes to 25%. Right?
Okay.
So let me explain again. First, assume it is a metal bumper. Okay. Its replacement cost is 10,000. The age of the vehicle is between 3 and 4. So depreciation rate is 25%. Okay. So 10,000 minus 2,500, it is 7,500. Okay. It's okay now? Next.
Yes, sir. Yes.
But the condition A completed. Now condition B says, even in this amount, 50% should be borne by the insured. Okay. So out of 7,500, 3,750 is to be borne by the insured and we will pay 3,750. Okay. For metal bumper, is it okay for you?
Yes, sir. If there is no IMT 23, then that 50% also.
If IMT 23 is not there, you will not pay anything.
Okay.
You will not pay anything. Because the class A excludes everything, no? Bumper, headlights, bonnet, side parts, everything it is excluding. So nothing is payable.
Okay.
Suppose if the
Okay.
same thing is plastic, what will happen?
Okay.
The depreciation will be 50% instead of 25. So it will come to 5,000, and for 5,000, 50% will be retained. So only 2,500 the client will get. Okay?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Regarding this
Hello,
IMT
sir. Good
23
evening, sir.
reduction.
Yes, madam. One by one,
Hello?
please. Yes, madam.
So regarding this IMT 23 reduction, do we
Ah.
apply it only on the parts or the corresponding labor also, sir?
Labor also.
Labor also. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Because without IMT 23, we will not pay anything, no? Either part or labor.
Yes.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, is it possible?
If extra fitting is included in second year renewal, whether the value IDV of the extra fitting is depreciated as per the age of the vehicle?
Madam, it depends. Actually, I told you the extra fittings coming with the vehicle is automatically covered because it is already there in the IMT. Already there in the ex-showroom price. Okay. Suppose the vehicle fitted with some extra fitting coming in the second year, right? So at the point of renewal, what is its replacement value? You have to decide and apply the depreciation on that and arrive at the value.
Okay, sir.
It is applicable for extra fittings also.
Okay, sir. Okay. One more question. Premium refund either on pro rata basis or short period basis. Premium retained by the insurer should be minimum premium as per GIEAIA 16.
Yes. Premium retained by the insured should be minimum premium. But retained by us should be minimum 100 rupees.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. One more question, sir. NCB of sunset class, whether it is applicable to all class of vehicle or a particular class of vehicle?
No, for all class of vehicle. Earlier, before
Okay,
sunset
sir.
class, the NCB for commercial vehicle is 65% maximum, and two-wheelers and private cars it was 55. So only these two slabs are different. Then now what we are getting now only 50%. So every vehicle, every class of vehicle is having that.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Sir, is it possible to share some illustrations on the claim settlement basis, sir?
Madam, it is subjective, no? If possible, I will share. But I think always I say claims, anything can be asked. Okay. Unless you know the underwriting principles clearly, you cannot answer any claim questions. Claim questions also, whatever you give is not exhaustive. It is only confined. If you start writing questions for claims, you can write thousands of questions, lakhs of questions, but we cannot give all the questions, no? So what they are going to ask, we don't know. So only the application of underwriting principles, you can answer the claims questions, nothing else. Theoretical is okay, what all the documents required and all you can see. But numerical problems in claims can be done only if are thorough with the underwriting principles, nothing else. But you cannot get hundreds or thousands of sums, and it is not possible for you also to go through all the sums.
Sir. Okay, sir.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
While explaining the trade policies, we can take either the certificate for name driver or trade certificate in road transit risk.
Yes.
We can take combined basis for road risk, no, sir. That alone.
No. Actually,
okay.
I'll come again. For e-policy, only transit, specific voyage, like one place to other place.
Declaration.
No, declaration basis. There is no trade certificate or name driver also involved. Only from place to place. Can be driven by anybody with a valid driving license. The name driver and this trade certificate coming only for F. It is not for E, not for G. G also only internal risk. Okay, only for F. In F, there are two methods of taking the F policy. One is on trade certificate basis, the other is name driver basis. I told you the example also, why some people wants to take name driver basis. Very small workshops, they may not have enough money to take for this trade certificates, and they cannot have enough work also for trade certificate. So they can go for name driver basis. Suppose they have 4 drivers, they can have name driver basis. They give the names of the drivers and take a trade plate policy, right? If a dealer is having trade certificates, big dealer, he can take a policy on trade certificate basis. Theoretically, he can take a policy on combined basis
Sir, good
also.
evening, sir.
1 minute, sir. In
Hello.
combined basis also. So with name driver and trade certificates. But practically we are not allowing it because there is a chance for fraud. Without taking the trade certificates, they will use the driver and say it is on name driver basis they can claim. So normally it is not allowed. Theoretically it is possible.
Okay, sir. Understood, sir. And one more thing, sir. Pay as you drive alone. Explain once more, sir.
Sir, actually, it is a new innovation. I think every company started issuing it. I told you the reason for that. A person is driving only 2,000 kilometers per year. Another person is driving 20,000 kilometers per year. They should not be charged the equal premium, at par premium. So to avoid this, the company is giving you a choice add-on cover, which is called as you pay, as you drive. When you are taking the first time policy, it is not available for you because how many kilometers you are going to run in the next year, we don't know. So you should give your speedometer reading and pay for the add-on cover and get the policy over. Next year, when you are coming for the renewal, you take out the speedometer again, and based on the kilometer run during the year, you will get a discount. Suppose between 2,000 kilometers and 5,000 kilometers, I'm just give an example, it is 15% discount. If it is 5,000 and 50,000 and 1 lakh kilometers, you will get a 10% discount like that, they can give.
Okay, sir. So to pay the full premium first, but based on
Yes. Sir, pay the full premium first and also pay for the add-on cover. Yes, small premium for adding this facility.
Okay. So we'll be getting a subsequent discount on the renewals.
Yes. Because we don't know, no. When you are coming for the first time, we don't know how many kilometers you ran in the previous year.
Okay, sir. Understood, sir.
So good evening, sir. And about the electrical vehicles for premium calculation, is there any exam point of view slabs or tariffs or there?
No. Actually, no. There is no tariff because at the farming of tariff, there were no electric vehicles. So now each company has decided, depending on the horsepower of the motor, which is used in electric vehicles, either they classify into less than 1000 cc or 1000 to 1500 cc or above 1500 cc. Now each company is classifying. There is no fixed rule for that. Actually, if you take the case of two-wheelers, less than 2.5 HP, no registration is required. So no insurance is required. Those vehicles will not have the number plate at all. So no registration. No, so up to 2.5 HP, no registration, no insurance. So above that, they classify either within 100 cc or 100 to 150 cc like that, depending on the horsepower of the vehicle.
Okay, sir. Sir, and as well as the battery depreciation is 50%, and e-vehicle having a battery, whether this is applicable for this electrical vehicle also?
Yes, sir. Actually, that battery is totally different from this battery. But we are applying that only. But now, many companies are giving separate cover for batteries in electric vehicles. That has come because It is a process of evolution only, because nobody knows that so many electric vehicles will come to the market and people started using it. So now battery add-on cover is there, because these are lithium-ion batteries. Sometimes what happens, it is in a sealed manner. You cannot repair the lithium-ion batteries. It has gone means gone. You have to replace it. So sometimes what happens, due to short circuiting because of entry of water or some reason, some rat bite, short circuit happens, the entire battery is gone. So for these covers, there is no accident. We cannot prove it also. For those type of damages, some companies are coming out with some electric battery cover. So some add-on cover, due to whatever reason the battery fails, we have to replace. Like that it is coming. So it is a evolution time. Nobody knows what new covers are coming.
Okay, sir. So, and towards the exam point of view, any possibilities of asking any questions with regarding this EU vehicles? Exam point of view, or the practical view?
There may not be, sir, because they are restricting to the tariff and the book. Okay. New innovation means they will ask only subjective questions, not pinpoint how many HP and all, they will not ask. Because not relevant, and also not relevant to all the companies. Because each company is treating each vehicle in a different manner.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir, regarding the class G vehicle, no? For the internal, it was for the internal risk and
Yes.
something about fire. If there is a fire inside the garage
not be
and
covered.
TP vehicle.
No,
Yes,
no,
sir.
vehicle is not covered. That's why I told you. G policy covers only accidental external means. Only accidental cover is there. So if they want fire cover, they have to take a fire policy, right?
Okay.
Fire, flood cover, fire cover, burglary cover. They want a burglary cover. They have to take a burglary policy on their stock of entire cars. That is the only way.
Okay. So by accidental external means what they actually
One
what
vehicle
will
hitting other
actually be
vehicle,
covered?
one vehicle hitting the crane, one vehicle hitting the wall, like that. All these are accidental.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Sir Gautam, sir.
Sir,
Sir, I have two questions.
Ah.
One, sir, I need more clarity about contractual liability in motor OD claim. In terms of a vehicle parked in a workshop which gets damaged. Does it come under contractual liability? One, sir. And another clarification, sir. Regarding CPA, I remember you saying that when a particular person owns more than one vehicle, he has to take a policy for each vehicle, sir.
Yes. No.
But
there are two ways. Suppose I have 4 vehicles.
Yes, sir.
In my own name, I have a driving license to drive all the 4 vehicles, right?
Yes.
So either I can include the CPA cover in all the 4 policies, for which I have to pay 4 into 300 rupees, say.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
instead of that, you can have a standalone CPA policy.
Yes, sir.
Pay only 300 rupees and add all the 4 vehicles into the policy.
Yes, sir.
So you have to give the vehicle number and policy number of the regular policy. The problem is here.
Yes.
The vehicle policy is expiring on different dates.
Yes, sir.
And you have to make endorsements in the standalone CPA policy whenever the policy number changes.
Yes.
So that is the one problem. What is your doubt in that?
But as per regulations, GR, GR says where the owner driver owns more than one vehicle, compulsory PA cover can be granted only for only one vehicle as opted by him or her.
Yes, opted by him. That is, when suppose I own 4 vehicles.
Yes, sir.
But I travel in only one vehicle. I am sure that I will travel only one vehicle. I will not travel in other 3 vehicles. In that place only I have a choice.
Fine.
That means why the line is given, the insurance company cannot insist all the clients to take CPA policy in all the vehicles.
Okay, sir.
To avoid that problem only, that line has been given.
Fine,
But
sir.
if the insured is taking in only one policy and
Yes.
dies in some other vehicle, 100% the claim is not payable.
Fine, sir. Okay. Okay, sir.
You asked some other question now?
So that contractual liability, sir.
liability.
Yes, sir.
Contractual liability means very simple definition. Contractual liability is a liability which arises because of a contract totally aligned to the insurance contract.
Okay. Sir.
That is, that contract is no way connected with insurance. Some liability, the best example in the morning itself I have given, I am leasing my vehicle to a company and I have a contract with the company. In that contract, I have to mentioned that suppose for continuous 10 days, I am not able to supply the vehicle, I have to pay penalty of 10,000 rupees per day. This is a contract.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, sir.
Because of accident, I am not able to give the vehicle to him.
Fine, sir.
Proximate cause is accident. Accident is covered by the policy.
Yes, sir.
He can claim proximate cause is accident. Because of that only I am not able to give the vehicle. So you give this money also. That he cannot claim.
Okay.
So that contract is totally aligned to the alien to the this insurance contract.
Insurance
It is nowhere connected.
Yes, sir.
So because of the contract only you are getting liability means that cannot be paid by insurance contract.
Okay. Okay, sir. Okay. This relationship between a workshop and thing is a vehicle parked at a workshop which gets damaged. Does it come under the scope of contractual liability?
Not contractual liability. It may be coming under common law. Because
common law. Yes, sir.
I have given my car to the dealer.
Fine,
it is in the possession of the dealer.
Yes, sir.
Till such time he is having the possession, he is liable for any damages.
Yes, sir.
It is common law.
Okay. Okay.
If contract means, if I have a separate contract with him,
yes,
that if any damage happens to my car, you should replace it only with the new parts. You should not repair it. Like that, I have a contract means the contractual liability arises.
Fine, sir. Okay.
Without independent of any contract, common law applies.
Okay.
Whenever the car is in his possession, he is liable.
Fine. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Can contractual liability
Hello, good evening, sir.
can be told as consequential losses, sir?
No, that's all I have told. Consequential loss is also the consequential loss also. Contractual liability can be one of the consequential loss.
Okay, sir.
Right? Consequential loss is something different from contractual liability. For consequential loss, there is no contract. The liability
yes, sir,
arising because of a consequence of the accident, but there is no contract. In contractual liability, there is a written contract. Because of that contract only, you are incurring some liability.
Fine, sir.
Good evening, sir. My question regarding IDV, sir. You told in the morning we can increase IDV at the time of renewal, sir.
I don't. I didn't tell you you have to increase. It depends. It depends on the situation. I told you a given example also.
Yes, sir.
Tell me. I have given the example how an IDV can be anything. It is the same. It can be increased. It can be decreased depending on the ex-showroom price of the same model, same maker on the date of renewal. So I have given example how it can be. So all of us are following a blind method. Thus IDV should be reduced every year by 10%. That is a blind method. So that is why I am telling you it is not depending on such a raw method of calculating. So you should get it from the ex-showroom price of the same model of the car on the renewal. So now nowadays, every year, the rate of the car is value of the car, price of the car is increasing. So I have given an example, hypothetical example only, but it is possible. Suppose 10 lakhs initial IDV. Next, it is 10.5 lakhs original ex-showroom price. So you can insure for 10 lakhs, right?
Okay.
Next year, same model car, ex-showroom price is 12 lakhs. So you have to reduce the GR8 given 15% from 12 lakhs, not from 10 lakhs. That is important.
Okay.
Suppose
Got it, sir. Got it.
In the same example, suppose the ex-showroom price is 11 lakhs on the rate of renewal. What will happen? You have to reduce by 1.65 lakhs. So the sum insured will be 10.35 lakhs. So now, sorry, 9.35 lakhs. So it is reduced only.
Yes.
So you cannot have a raw method of reducing every year. It can be anything, but it should be calculated from the ex-showroom price on GIEAIA.
Okay,
This is a thing you should understand. That's all.
got it. Sir, ex-showroom price consists of what all thing?
Madam, ex-showroom price not consist of, you should use exclusion method. Ex-showroom price is the total price of the car, excluding insurance, registration charges, road tax.
Sir, if invoice is not provided by the client and only performer invoice
Madam,
has been given.
You can Google it. You can get the information from the net. Same model car, what is the selling price in your town? You can get it. Actually,
Sir,
I have
based on
even
performer
suggested
invoice, can we issue
one
the
minute, madam, 1 minute, 1 minute. I have suggested to head office when I was in service one easy method. This arriving at IDV can be outsourced. There are so many magazines are coming, auto and something like that. They have the ex-showroom price of all models of the car in all the cities. So we can have a database in our system showing the ex-showroom price of all the companies, all the makes and models, so that the system itself will calculate the IDV. That value can be updated every month or every week by the outsourced person. We need not go and search in the market. That person is having the data. That data can be uploaded into our system, and it can be, IDV can be arrived immediately on the system. That is only suggestion, but it never understood or taken care by the head office. Yes, next.
Sir, I wanted to ask one more thing. Sir, if initially while issuing a policy, document submitted by the dealer is performer invoice, and later on, after closing hours of the office, he is submitting the invoice, but the invoice and performer invoice values are not matching. Now, in that case,
You should ask the client if to pay the difference.
For the IDV?
If it is less, then you can reduce the IDV.
Through the endorsement?
Yes.
Okay, sir.
If you have time for seeing all these things, you can do it.
Sir, if it is not less, then we should inspect the vehicle?
No. You should go with the papers. Why you should inspect the vehicle?
Should go with what, sir?
You go with the papers, documents. Documents. What you are getting, that is ex-showroom price or invoice, something you will get now.
Yes, sir. Yes.
When the vehicle policy is expired and there is a lapse, then only you should inspect.
Okay, sir.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
One by one, please.
Sir, madam, you please ask us.
Okay, thank you. Regarding IMT 23, sir, IMT 23 is applicable only if the excluded part along with some other parts is also damaged, right, sir?
Yes.
So if that excluded part, for example, if the lamp is damaged, and along with that the bumper is also damaged, both are excluded,
Bumper is
right?
also in IMT 23.
Yeah, both.
So the parts which are not in IMT 23 is also damaged.
Okay, it should be like that. The part which is not excluded, some other part which is not excluded should also
under
be
IMT 23 should be not damaged.
Okay, sir. Okay, clear. Thank you.
Sir, regarding this IDV GR also, one confusion is there. If a car is purchased on 1st January and the insurance is taken immediately, then IDV is 5%. It means 1 lakh car, IDV will be 95,000 and it will be up to 31st December. But if the insurance is taken on 1st July, the IDV will be 15% less, and that will be throughout the year. So it means the IDV of same vehicle.
No. For the car purchased in 1st January, how can he take a policy in 1st July? What about the 6 months?
Then, sir, why this table is given less than 6 and after 6 months out is given?
It is only
Because
for
once
reference.
a car is
Sometimes,
purchased, 1 year policy is issued.
sir,
Then why
actually,
this,
one minute, sir. Actually, there was a confusion again. What is from which date age is calculated? Either from the date of invoice or date of registration. Because I have purchased the car, right? I have registered temporarily. I am waiting for the fancy number for 2 months or 3 months. After that only I am registering. So there is a question whether the car age is calculated from the date of delivery or date of registration, right? So
yes, sir.
the clarification given by IRD, I think not IRD, I think each company is you should calculate the age always from the date of registration, not from the invoice.
Okay, sir. Sir, one more point is there. In case of NCB, if a claim is lodged and it is not admitted, or in other case, the claim amount becomes after excess and all the claim amount payable becomes zero.
Very simple. Even if you pay 1 rupee as claim, the NCB is zero. If you are not paying anything, NCB remains the same.
Okay, sir. If the claim is
Whether
not
it is
admissible or claim.
reported claim, it is paid claim.
Sir, in case the claim amount becomes zero after calculating excess and
That's what
everything,
I'm telling.
always.
If you are paying 1 rupee to the client as a claim, the NCB automatically gets reduced. If you are not paying anything, then it is not
NCB
reduced.
remains the same. Thank you, sir.
Paying, but it is within excess limit.
When it is within excess, how you are paying, madam? You are not going to pay.
But the claim is admissible, na? The person is
Claim is
giving
admissible, but you are
expenses
not
from his
paying
pocket.
anything. Claim is admissible, but you are not paying anything. Without paying a single rupee, how you can remove the NCB?
Yes, sir.
Sir, but we are incurring expenses on appointing a surveyor and surveyor fees, no, sir?
It is part of your business. Even for repudiation of claims,
Okay, sir.
you are appointing a surveyor. Are you getting it from the client?
Sir,
For
is it
rejected
not
claims
that
also you
once
are
a
appointing a
claim
surveyor?
is...
No.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir,
Good
one question, towing charge.
Towing charge,
Miscellaneous class of vehicle, minimum towing charge.
There is no for miscellaneous vehicles. If it is two-wheeler, it is 300 rupees. For all vehicles, it is 1,500 rupees.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Sir, just you said the age of the vehicle should be calculated from the date of the registration.
Sir, little louder, please.
Sir, just you told that, is it audible, sir?
Yes.
Sir, just you told the age of the vehicle should be calculated from the date of the registration. Then after coming TR, issuance of TR, and before issuance of the registration certificate, if an accident happens, then what basis the age will be calculated for settlement of the claim?
Yes, day one. It should be calculated as day one only.
Day one of
day one of vehicle. Suppose without registration, accident happens, will you pay the claim?
Then before coming out of the
before registration,
insurance is required.
Accident happens. Is it payable under our policy?
No, sir. Without registration, but we are issuing the policy for taking the vehicle out of the showroom.
Sir, without registration, there is no claim under our regular policy. Okay.
Why our companies are issuing policies for taking the vehicle out? For issuance of TR, showroom people demand for insurance policy. And we are issuing before, and it will take time for issuance of the registration certificate.
Sir, even though you have issued the policy, for example, day one, the vehicle registered only on day 5. The policy is getting validated only on day 5. Till day 5, there is no claim.
Is it legally sustainable, sir?
Yes, sir. Because basic requirement is the legality. Sir, legality. When the vehicle is registered only, it is legally, it is permitted to run on a road.
And then why companies are issuing the policy? It is the question.
Sir, for registration purpose, you need a policy. You cannot issue the same policy. If you know the actual registration date, you can issue the policy from that date. Even on day 1, you can issue the policy from 5th date. You are sure that the registration is happening on 5th date only.
Okay.
Who prohibits it?
So we have faced a suit in this one.
Sir, it is up to the insured. He has to decide. The lapse is reduced. Suppose he is decided to take the policy on 5th day only, he can ask us to issue the policy from day 5, even if we are issuing policy 10 days before. Nothing wrong in it.
Of course, nothing wrong, but sir, it is a general practice that we issue the policy.
Sir, I told you very clearly, you ask questions from the examination point of view. Don't ask individual questions. It is general practice, is vary from office to office, to person, company to company.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, regarding that first doubt, sir. That laid up, the doubt was asked whether like storm was covered. But during the laid up period, only this fire and theft risk will be covered, right, sir?
Yes, definitely. Fire and theft is covered.
Yeah, so in that case, all other external causes and STFI perils, nothing will be covered, right?
No. Actually, in laid up state, except the accidental damages, all covers are there. All 9 perils are there.
Okay, but we are collecting the premium only for this fire and theft risk, right, sir?
No. In fire and theft policy also 9 perils are covered. It is name of the policy is fire and theft.
Yeah, okay.
But if you see the perils, 9 perils are there.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Good evening, sir.
Sir, if
confusion regard.
Yes, sir.
I have a confusion regarding this. Okay, sir, you continue. I will ask later.
Okay, please. Sir, if a miscellaneous vehicle is covered in motor policy as well as in engineering policy, then if it is working on the site, then which policy will trigger for the claim, sir?
Sir, actually, there should not be any identical policies. That's why I have told you, when the liability claims are not covered by any other policy, you can issue a liability policy to your motor vehicle or equipment and cover the own damage portion in some other policy. Right?
Okay, sir.
So if you take a package policy here itself, then why you go for some other policy? There is no need.
But if the insured has taken, which policy should pay the claim? From 2 insurers, let us say.
There is no clear-cut instruction because some policies, suppose there is a fire and marine policies, always marine policy will take precedence. Like that, there are some certain conditions are there in other policies. But motor policy, there is no such conditions is there. Then if it is payable under both, then contribution. If payable under both, then only contribution will come into picture.
Come into the picture. Okay.
Yes,
sir.
yes.
Okay.
If it is not payable by engineering policy, only payable by motor policy, then no contribution. If not payable by motor policy, only payable by engineering policy, also no contribution.
Okay, sir.
Sir, I have a doubt regarding this IMT 28, sir. If we do not collect any premium towards legal liability of paid driver, and if driver gets injured and files a
he can move to the court under WC.
Without collecting the premium also, we are liable to pay, sir.
Yes, definitely.
Are we liable? Okay.
Definitely, sir.
Sir, what about
only thing WC compensation will be less. Okay. This legal liability will be more. So if he gets only through WC court, we are paying only WC compensation. We have to pay.
Okay, sir. But what about this employees traveling in a goods vehicle, sir? Is it same, sir?
Sir, again, there are so many criteria. Whether they are allowed to go. certain areas, they are allowing the coolies to travel in the body of the lorry also. They are fixed some numbers, 6 numbers and all. If they are permitted, then they are covered. If they are not permitted, they are not covered.
Okay, without collecting any premium, if it is subject to this seating capacity.
No. One minute. Even without collecting premium, they will not get covered because the driver and cleaner of the employee of the insured.
Okay.
They are connected with the driving or maintaining of the vehicle. So they are automatically covered under WC.
Okay.
But the person traveling in the back of the lorry or body of the lorry, he is nowhere connected with the insured. He is not the employee of the insured or not connected with the operation of the vehicle. He is not coming at WC.
Okay.
If he is covered only, he will get.
Okay. Thank you.
Sir, one more doubt regarding age of the vehicle, calculating age of the vehicle, sir. If a vehicle is bought on January 1, got the insurance, but they they got the temporary registration number. They got registration number only after 3 or 4 months later on the purchase of the vehicle. On the renewal, how can we take the registration?
Date of registration only you should take.
So, but they have used 3 months now.
They cannot use
vehicle
because one minute, sir. If you go through the temporary registration conditions, it clearly says the temporary registration certificate is valid only for the transit from the dealer's place to insured place and from insured place to registration place and vice versa.
Okay, sir.
No other transit is allowed by using this temporary registration.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Sir, can you repeat this point?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Sir, please repeat this point.
Actually, temporary registration, if you go through the conditions, why, first of all, you should know why temporary registration is required. Waiting for fancy numbers and all is not legal provision. Suppose I am taking vehicle in Chennai. Okay, because dealer is only for the vehicle is in Chennai. But my residential address is in Coimbatore. So I can register my vehicle only in Coimbatore because I have permanent registration residence in only Coimbatore. So I want to bring the vehicle from Chennai to Coimbatore. For that purpose only, the temporary registration is given. So temporary registration condition clearly says the temporary registration should be used only for plying the vehicle from the dealer's place to the insured house and from the insured house to registration place and coming back. For all other purposes, it should not be used. We have even repudiated one claim on this basis, which was upheld by the High Court.
Sir, whether a repudiated claim is TP or OD, sir?
OD.
Sir, TP is covered, sir.
Sir, TP means whatever court saying is the Bible.
Okay.
So then, till the registration number is not issued, that time we cannot fly the vehicle even if we have temporary registration number.
He should not take the vehicle out. Actually,
sir, one more.
The purpose is what I have said. You are taking in a different city, you are bringing it to your own city for registration. That is the purpose of temporary registration. But people are using it for waiting for fancy number. It is not legally allowed. Yes, sir.
Sir, one more doubt regarding IDV, sir, IDV calculation. After 5 years, 50% of the actual showroom price can be calculated, sir?
No, sir. After 5 years, it is mutually agreed value. There is no defined norms.
Okay, sir.
You can have any value.
We can increase.
Insured person and insurer are agreeing, you can have any value.
Okay, sir. If insured is having one value on the 6th year, for the renewal of 7th year, if they are asking higher IDV, can we give, sir?
Sir, you go through case to case basis, sir. For this, nobody can give an answer.
Okay, sir.
You have to go through the maintenance of the vehicle, how he is maintaining and why he is increasing, whether the ex-showroom price has increased and all. So you have to decide by case. There is no fixed rule that every year it should get reduced. There is no fixed rule.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, last year there was a question about the radiator. So, can we take radiator as a metal part or plastic part?
This is subject because
This question comes every year.
Madam, it depends because whatever you said, it is a ambiguous question because in some vehicles, major part is metal, some tubes and all is rubber. So some surveyors are defining it as a rubber part because some parts are rubber, but major part is metal only, radiator. So that's why I'm telling you, if you can avoid numerical problems first, ambiguity is there, you just ignore it. Otherwise, you cannot get marks. While coming to the claims, no problem. You can decide by seeing the radiator and what are the parts, you can decide on your own. But examination is concerned, we don't know what the examiner decides. So just leave such ambiguous questions.
Sir, these questions appears every year.
Then you have lost one question, that's all.
Sir, yeah.
Sir,
normally it's metal part only, as far as
Sir,
my knowledge goes. Yes.
Sir, regarding that tariff. Yes,
tariff?
Sir, regarding that, whether we need to mug up all the tariffs and ratings which is given in the IMTs.
Not required.
A1,
It is
A2,
not possible also.
trailer. Yeah.
Not possible also. I think I have covered the entire tariff in a concise PPT, covered all the major points and which are lost in the previous years. Okay, sir. So you go through that, and in institute book, you go through that OD portion. Definitely it is required.
Okay.
And some of the material we will supply, some question answers of previous years or some compiled by the local people. But there may be mistakes. You should not ask, sir, that question is mistake. You just go through that. There may be 10% mistakes will be there. So we will share the database. You can download and you can just go through it. And I suggest this mock test is conducted by some institute like this Sasi Publications and Ambitious Baba. So many sites are there. But the classes done by them are very poor. You don't apply for classes. The mock test they are conducting from 5 tests or 6 tests for 2,000 rupees like that. You can try that.
Okay, sir.
There are also mistakes. There are also mistakes in the mock test questions also.
And important IMTs, anything, sir, that you said that you will tell the important IMTs?
The IMTs and GRs I have compiled and I will share the PowerPoint. You can just go through.
Okay, sir. Okay,
important IMTs we have already covered 21, 23, 62 like that. We have already covered 28, 29 like that. We have already covered.
Okay, sir. So that we don't want to go with the tariff and tables, we will go with your slides and materials under the
yes, that will be enough.
Thank you, sir.
So regarding that contractual liability topic in which penalty example you have given, I couldn't get that. That penalty should be paid by our company or? Which one? I can't understand your question. Sir, the topic, the question related to contractual liability, somebody asked.
Yes. The contractual liability we not pay. The penalty is paid by the insured to some other contract. We need not pay. The contractual liability is an exclusion.
Okay.
Sir, about temporary registration.
Tell me,
Sir,
madam.
am I audible?
Yes, please.
About temporary registration, if the insured has taken the vehicle and kept in his house, waiting for a registration number, and the vehicle has been stolen, will we pay the claim, sir, theft claim?
Yes, we can pay. Because it is follows the temporary registration conditions. It is not violating the temporary registration conditions, right? Suppose the date is within the temporary registration period. In some places, they are giving temporary registration for 1 month, in some places for 3 months, right? If the theft is happening within the temporary registration period, it is very much payable.
But he has been driving the vehicle for some time. It shows that he has been driving the vehicle for some time.
If you are able to prove that, then you can deny the claim. But this claim is nothing pertains to that driving. It is stolen. Whether he has driven or not, it has to be stolen.
Okay, okay.
So we have to pay the claim.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Shall we wind up?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So
Thank
all
you,
the
sir.
best
Thank you, sir.
for the people attending the
Thank you
marine
very much, sir.
class. For the people attending the marine
Thank
class,
you,
I will
sir.
meet you again. For others, all the best. I think I will, before concluding, I will share all the PPTs used, either by the mail or in the group. And the group will be opened now for all the members to ask questions only, queries only. Don't post unnecessary content. If it happens, then we will close the group. Right? Good morning, good night. And all the unnecessary things, if you post, definitely we will close the group for members. There is no other choice. Right? Only
Sir.
questions regarding the exam you can ask in the group. Yes. Someone asked something.
Sir, regarding that issue that at the time of like somebody issued the policy through that based on the performer invoice. Later on, they discovered that invoice the value is not matching. So later on, they have passed the endorsement to correct the IDV. So in the meanwhile, dealer, one person should give that policy to the dealer, or he should tell to the dealer that to please wait, and we are giving you the endorsement copy, and then you submit it to RTO for registration.
Madam, RTO purpose, they are not looking in the sum insured at all. They should have a valid policy for that 3 years or 5 years with the engine number and case number. That's all. For your information, for information, statutory requirement is liability only policy only. If you give even liability policy, they have to register. So the RDO has no purpose in involving the sum insured fixing.
So, sir, while guiding the dealer, we should say it, okay, you give it to the policy. Later on, we will give you the endorsement copy.
Madam,
like this.
You don't have any communication with the dealer. Why you should have communicated with the client dealer?
So because dealer has issued us the invoice copy, and based on he has given us the performer invoice.
Madam, he can give you hundreds of reasons for issuing 2 different perform invoice and invoice. He said yesterday only the price has gone up. So he can give 100 reasons. You don't forget that we cannot punish the dealer. That is not our job. Our job is only to rectify the policy. Do that.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Thank you all. So as I said, I will share the PPTs used in this class, and I will share the link for downloading the materials, which is even 10 years old, 12 years old. So you just go through that. You can download whatever you require. But if you find time, otherwise you can go through the latest question answers, right? And you can ask the queries only in the group. Okay. All the best.
Some question answers also you will be posting, sir?
So actually, we are trying to do that. I don't know how much it is possible. We will try to do that. Some mock questions before the actual mock test. We will try to give some questions also. Because only thing, some volunteers are required for doing all these things. We will search for that. Okay.
Thank you very much. Very informative.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
It really increased our confidence levels. Thank you.